Here we go.
You want to be like? Sensitivity equals fucking poverty.
Insensitive Culture, the podcast. Check it out, homie.
Guys, welcome to episode 72 of Insensitive Culture. As always, you know me.
So what?
You know my guy over here.
And that fool Blazer, Ramon.
On the other end, we finally got here in studio.
Oh, shit.
And we are...
Insensitive Culture, the podcast. Make sure you check it out, homie.
Make sure you check it out, homie. And today's a very special episode because we have our guy, Brian Ort. Brian Ort is here in studio as well as Johnny, man. Like, we have a full house today.
It's crazy full.
I love it.
Wow.
I love it.
Dope.
Brian actually called me out because I said that he doesn't listen to the podcast. And then what did he do? He sent me a screenshot, a recording of me saying that he doesn't listen. And he was like,
How would I? Because that was buried in there, too. It's not something you would just see at the beginning or the end.
Never.
Like, you have to be watching to have seen that.
Oh, yeah.
So we
it was good.
How'd you feel?
And watching, too, which is not as
We
popular as
appreciate
the
those-
pod. So
those
appreciate
views,
the view.
As soon as I saw that, I'm like, God damn it, I gotta call this motherfucker out. Like,
Son of a bitch.
gotta show him what's up.
Don't you dare. We should have done that a
Tell him
while
what's
ago.
going on.
Yeah, we never know who listens unless people like really reach out. But a lot of our Apple family, past and present, they all support. So I always I appreciate you guys for sure.
Word.
To anybody who listens to us, because we're just talking shit. We are not pros at any of this shit. We just have opinions and we talk about it.
And you know how we feel about family.
And we do know how we feel about family.
It's all about family.
All right, so let's start it off with a nice little icebreaker question. Here's one that I think both of you guys would, Johnny and Dave, would appreciate. But if you had your own strain of cannabis, what would you name it?
Ooh.
Damn.
It's a good one, right?
So many good names.
There's so many good
you know
names, and
what?
which ones have not been
I
taken?
feel like it has to be like a Dandrews OG.
Dandrews
Dandrews.
OG.
I've had multiple jobs where just like that abbreviation, like it follows me from job to job.
Yeah.
And like, that's it.
I like it.
Dandrews OG.
I like it.
I don't know what it would be. It's sativa base because I'm not trying to fall asleep.
Oh, you're
Johnny,
going-
I
you're
want
going-
Johnny to fuck with it too.
You're
So,
going next level, and you're telling us
Got
which
to.
strain you would
got
you
to.
would
For
actually
sure.
have.
I just want to make sure
Nice.
Johnny blazes it.
You know it.
Mm-hmm.
I'd go with a name to throw everyone off.
What's that?
Meth Plus.
Meth Plus.
Yeah.
Meth
Yo.
Plus.
Meth Plus.
You think that would throw people
No,
off?
I would
that
want
would
to snatch that up. I'd be like,
that
yo,
would bring
Johnny,
people in.
Did you try that meth?
Oh, it's gonna
Plus?
throw you off at first, but then, yeah.
Fire.
No.
Fire.
You been smoking that Meth Plus, man?
It's like golden tickets where there's like
Blue crystals on it.
yeah,
and everything.
there's some meth in like 6 of the batches somewhere. So you could get lucky.
Oh, yeah. It's a surprise inside. It's
Right.
like, the cereal box toy.
Yeah,
Right.
you get the chase, the meth chase. That's a
Plus.
Funko. That's a Funko reference
Oh,
for
they
those
got
of you
that.
that do not.
They know.
Johnny, you what would you name yours?
I'm definitely gonna grow a sativa because that's
Yo.
definitely the only shit. And it's like a high energy sativa. I can't think of a great name. I'm gonna go with something I say often, Wepa. So I'm gonna go Wepa Diesel.
With Wepa
Okay.
Diesel?
Wepa Diesel.
2 words that just do not go together.
No, yeah.
I like the
I
OG.
want to say Wepa Kush, but
OG.
it's not gonna be a Kush
Right.
if it's a sativa.
So what's what would the OG what consists of OG? What's OG? Because Wepa OG or OG Wepa
OG
kind of sounds
is
like it would just
OG is a Kush,
it's a Kush.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
OG Kush.
Okay, that's true.
which
It's
is
been a long time, man.
Yeah,
I don't.
That's a
What's
that's
your
a
strain?
heavy
I don't
indica.
After a long
partake.
time.
I don't know. I didn't give much thought to this at all
I
because
know.
I don't
That's
know
why
how
I
many.
wanted
I never partake.
Just pick a
So,
dope name and throw like
because-
something on the end.
I mean, it was something that people used to call me back in the day, and everything that I do is kind of like movie based or something.
Okay.
So I'd probably call it Walkbuster.
Blockbuster.
Walkbuster, and then have the packaging look like a OG Blockbuster.
That's good.
Yeah.
Brian would scoop that up for sure. Just
I
on
do
the
love
for the
that.
Blockbuster.
Just on the Blockbuster.
nostalgia, yeah.
I do love Blockbuster nostalgia.
100%.
Yeah. Oh yeah. If it looks just like the case,
I like that.
what?
I like
People
that.
would cop that shit quick. I like
it
that.
up.
So you would have it look like the case with the white label, or with the white and then just the blue stripe, or would you do it like the Blockbuster card that was like solid blue with the yellow
That'd
label?
be dope. That'd be dope.
I gotta look like the case. I feel
You know what would be cool is if you actually you packaged it so it was like the old school case.
Yeah.
Right.
The
That
plastic
would be
cases
dope,
that
yeah.
opened up like
yeah.
that. Yeah.
You
So-
see the shit that Seth Rogen's selling his Urban?
Mm-mm.
Like he has some
Oh, yeah.
strain company, dude. They're like these very odd, like rectangular jars with like a screw top on them. Like I don't know how much is in there, but like every time like he likes a picture, like someone will tag him in their picture if they get an order from him, and it's like an eighth in these fucking weird
They're
looking.
like ceramic.
Yeah. And I
actual
think I don't know if he
bins. Yeah,
makes
I've seen
them because he does a lot of like ceramics and shit. And on his Twitter, dude, he's always like posting different shit that he's doing. And
I highly
just
doubt he
wild.
makes them, because if he's selling a product, people will.
Yeah, no,
a
there's-
lot of people will.
Yeah,
buy.
no, there's no
Well,
way.
maybe
he's
he
making
like
a- maybe he
made,
designed
like,
them
yeah,
or something
the first
like
20
he.
designs, and then
and
they
they
just
just
replicate.
Yeah, they just replicated every single one. Damn, that makes me want to buy some.
I really want to
Yeah,
buy some, dude.
same.
Like I know it'd be like $90 for a fucking gram.
Is that a Cali
but,
brand?
I think so. Yeah.
Probably. Like the one, actually the Kevin Smith one, the Snoochie Booches
Snoochie
or whatever.
Boochies.
Yeah. It's
When
so
he was on Rogan, and he gave him a free case, but every now and then you'll hear someone bring it up, like, because he'll just, oh, you want to smoke here, and he has
That's
a bunch
how
of shit that
Snoochie
he's gotten for free, and everyone mentions that one. Like as soon as when they were smoking it, he was like, holy shit, like this is really good. And every single person that smokes it is like, yo, what is this? And he'll tell them, oh, that's Snoochie Booches, that's blah blah blah. So I don't know.
It has to be hard to get like a consistent strain like that.
Yeah,
on the
probably.
market, dude. Like I can't even
Well,
imagine. It's not like you're
I don't know.
making like
Chemistry.
Oreos, dude. Like you never know how a fucking plant's gonna grow. Like it's.
Someone had the
I
money to
feel
do
like
it.
they-
I'd
they-
imagine
they're close.
When
but
you're
that's-
factory growing,
I just feel like that's tough, dude.
uh,
But props. I want some.
Yeah.
it's so fun.
And that
I
Seth
haven't
Rogen
found
shit.
it since. I've only had it that one time, and I bought 2 pre-rolls.
Snoochie Booches?
Yeah,
Should have
Yeah.
bought more.
I think it
should've.
only comes in pre-rolls, right?
I believe so. Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Damn.
Because it's a partnership with a company called, I think, Canna Gold or something like that, or Canada Gold.
So he just kind of slapped his name on there, the Snoochie. Like, is he like?
I'm sure they created one for him,
Yeah,
but the
much
company
as-
was already established.
Right.
Yeah,
He
I think
just went
it's
into
one of those
their
things where
facility.
they're like, "Hey, we want to work with you," and he
Yeah.
probably gave them like, they come in and they ask you questions like, "All right, so what do you like?" And
I think Seth Rogen
Or-
did the same thing. Like
yeah.
he's not out there fucking planting shit, dude.
Yeah,
Like,
no, of
he's
course not.
fucking-
no,
Just
but
none of
Seth
these
Rogen
people-
has like a line. I think, like I believe he has a whole company
It's his own company.
and a whole
that's
bunch of
good.
different strains
Mm.
under that company.
It's
So
based
If
on-
anyone would, it
again,
would
he's
be
still
him.
not tilling out in the
right,
field
sure,
or anything,
sure.
but
He's more in it than Kevin
Yeah,
Smith is for
yeah.
sure, and I can respect that.
Nice. I don't know.
Good
I'd get into the business because, like,
yeah.
I mean, outside of the
That-
money
that
thing, it's
money.
just like, it's one of the things that I know a lot of people who
Support
I
you.
would be able to not.
You think they
Yes,
support
definitely.
the pod? Wait till you get a herb company. I'm gonna
Definitely.
support the shit out that bitch.
Definitely support that part of it, but I think there's
Gotcha.
a lot of people enough that we can actually get into that and actually think about like products and shit like that.
Right.
Like, I know a lot of fucking potheads that
We
just
need to
know.
work with
like
a company,
even
put out
you. If
creative
I'll
potheads.
tell you,
Blockbuster.
you're sitting there like you and I. We talk movies, we talk all this shit, but the second weed comes up, you're just like, yeah, there's this strain, there's this strain, there's that, and then when you pollinate the two, they be fucking. So then
I don't know the genetics.
so
of
then
it,
the
dude. You're
baby
giving me
fucking
too much
strain.
credit. It smells like God's vagina.
So I know that you would be in that shit.
Do my eyes light up? Is there a twinkle?
Oh yeah, there's always a twinkle. All right, I have a second one here,
Oh, okay.
which
Shoot.
was pretty good, but
We breaking that ice, Brian.
if you had to live on a planet that's exclusively all characters by one actor, like a Loki type planet, but it's like one actor and all of the characters that he's played, who would you choose? One actor or actress, obviously.
So it's like the Ricks, like in Rick and Morty. Is it like that? Like all the well, you don't really watch Rick and Morty, so you don't really understand that reference.
So
either.
I mean, I would imagine it's the same thing, right? So like, let's say how we were talking about like Loki, and there's the different types of Loki, and we talked last week how we would really love it if there was a scene where Owen Wilson and all of his characters came in. Yeah. That would be amazing. So same type of same scenario where you have to live on a planet with like all of the different characters that one person.
It'd be a small population though. I feel
it would be.
Okay.
Yeah.
And there's no reproduction though. If it's a guy, then it's just
well, you get
there are
conjugal
other
visits,
people,
right?
but
conjugal visits. Yeah. Okay.
I think I have my answer. I think it's Gary Oldman.
Gary. Yeah.
Gary Oldman.
Oh, that's such a fucking good one.
Oldman.
Why didn't I think of that?
Yeah. Especially him. You ever seen Hannibal?
I have seen. Yeah.
What
with the fucking.
Nobody beats the Riz.
I thought of True Romance immediately.
Nice.
That's
Gary
a good
Oldman's
one. That's a really good one. You got Commissioner Gordon. I would kick it with Commissioner Gordon probably most of the time.
The guy from The Fifth Element?
Yeah, Fifth Element.
He's kind of creepy.
He's kind of a dick.
Or Churchill.
He'd be a good time for a little bit, you know?
Yeah. Churchill, too. I feel like I would smoke some cigars with Churchill.
That's a good one, though. Do you guys have any thought?
No, I want a good one.
You put it in my head where you're just like, oh yeah, no reproduction. I'm like, well, now I have to pick a woman.
Right, that's a good point. That's a good point.
You'd be fucking all these dudes out here.
All the female actresses.
Very basic question.
We don't have to.
We don't have to.
Just keep it there.
So you get to, that's not even fair.
That's not even fair.
Don't worry about procreation, guys. If you want to pick a dude, it's fine.
No.
Conjugal visits.
Yeah,
there'll still be fucking. I promise.
I would. Yeah, because if not, I would definitely pick Margot Robbie. But
good one.
But I would have to say Tom Hanks. We always mention Tom Hanks.
That's another good one.
Yeah.
Damn.
Tom Hanks had some, and I'm thinking strictly like characters, like what characters. Because I'd chill. I'd hang out on that porch with Forrest Gump, and like he has a
I don't know. I feel like that would
get annoying.
I don't know, dude. Like maybe for a little bit. Even Jenny couldn't stay around
for a little bit.
Long,
I mean,
dude.
he's
she
not.
Had to bail.
It's not just Forrest Gump,
But still, you're gonna see him. It's gonna be weird. You're like, "Hey, Forrest."
He's just gonna wave at you.
Hey,
walk. You just see him running down the street every now and then, dude. You don't know what the fuck's
probably
going
spend more time with the dude from Big. Or the kid from Big.
Yeah, that's true too. Yeah,
that'd be the coolest.
That'd be the greatest one.
He's like just a fucking little kid.
The Road to Perdition, Tom Hanks.
Ooh,
just
there's a lot. There's a lot.
Badass.
Be a badass Tom Hanks.
You can take flights because he was in Sully. He was a pilot there. You just never know when that scene is going to come
Captain
in.
Phillips. You roll up to the Captain Phillips.
True.
Tom
So,
that's
now my question is do you get like multiple versions of the same character? Because like if I think of like Castaway Tom Hanks, you've got Island Tom Hanks.
That's true.
Then you've got like pre and post Island Tom Hanks.
I
want to kick it with him on the island.
That's true.
Like, that's the one to hang out with.
You just magically turn into what was his friend's name? Wilson. Yeah, you just magically turn into Wilson.
You're just Wilson.
Once you enter his island, you just turn into Wilson.
That might be the pod cover. Ort's face on the Wilson
on Wilson. Oh, that's great. Can't think of somebody?
I have two. And
okay.
I feel like they both would get old very quickly.
I mean, anybody, anyone.
So the one was just Daniel Day-Lewis.
Just real fucking old.
Jesus.
It's like me and Daniel Plainview, dude, just chilling. That'd be dope for a little bit.
No.
None of his characters
they're all too serious. Like I wouldn't want to kick it with any of those.
No.
So that's why that would be. But I would just want to meet all of them, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
So that doesn't count. So I would. Robin Williams.
I figured you would say that.
Did you?
Because I thought afterward, I was like, oh, Robin Williams had some dope characters, but
he did, and
not a bad one.
They're not all because I don't know how long I could stand like the real Robin Williams, like
that's
just the way he fucking and just goes crazy, dude.
Yeah.
Like I can't. But like Jack.
Mm-hmm.
Fucking A, dude. Or whatever. Like that would be
Mrs. Doubtfire.
That would be, oh, dude. Hell yeah, dude.
He's just you.
Me and Mrs. Doubtfire, and there'd be Daniel too. So
Yeah,
we're
you'd
getting
be
multiple
hanging out with
versions,
Daniel, and
so.
all of a sudden, randomly, he goes to
Right.
the bathroom, comes back.
Comes back. He's got the. I would go along with it. I would pretend like I didn't notice shit. I'd be like, "Oh, can you bring Daniel back here?" Like I would just. Yeah.
I bring some cookies while you're at it.
I would just hang out with Bicentennial Man all day long.
Wait. Then you run into 1 hour photo, Robin
Oh,
Williams.
yeah. Yo.
Insomnia.
I forgot there's so many scary. I'd be hiding from the scary one.
No,
Like,
they'll be-
Patch Adams, come save me from fucking 1 hour photo, Robin
No,
Williams.
man, you just keep the lamp with you. You rub the lamp. Genie. Boom. Whenever you want it. Boom.
Jumanji?
That's true.
True that.
Jumanji.
Ooh.
Oh, we get the
Yeah.
rhinos and the monkeys, dude. Yeah, that's a good one. I like that. I like that. Who's up, Johnny?
There's no rhyme or reason to this shit.
Yeah, mine will definitely. If I got two, so one that'll get old real quick.
Let's hear it.
I'm just gonna go with Method Man.
He was in like in three things.
movies.
The
And he
whackness?
played himself.
Yeah,
pretty
he's
much
always.
also.
He's always. Yeah.
Another person that I thought would just be themselves the entire time would be like Adam Sandler.
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of Adam
You know?
Sandler. And that would get old, too.
That would get real old.
That would definitely get old.
I'd just be hanging out with Happy Gilmore all day long.
Kevin James's.
Yeah. Oh, that would get real old.
Ooh, what about Brad Pitt's? That'd be dope. All
It'd
the
be dope.
different
He
Brad-
has some
there's been a
fun
lot of
characters
Brad
and some
Pitts,
serious
Yeah.
ones.
right?
Yeah.
And they're all pretty chill for the most. Like, can you think of like a scary Brad? Like, there's no 1 hour photo Brad Pitt character.
I would probably do.
I think I'm gonna go Leo.
Yeah, I was gonna say Leo.
Nice.
Leo
Yeah.
would be dope
He'd be
Revenant.
chill.
because you would chill with the Wolf of Wall Street whenever you
Right.
get down, and he's
Right.
just gonna keep you
Just
hocked up
keep
on
you high.
Quaaludes.
Yo, you're getting
Yeah.
fucked up. You'd be like, yo, we can't chill every night, dog, because I can't party like this.
Oh man.
Once a year, bro.
Once a year. On your birthday, you hang
Yeah.
with the fucking, Jordan Belfort.
Yep.
Yeah, and that got me thinking now. McConaughey.
Yeah, McConaughey has
That'd
some
be
good
interesting.
characters.
So many good ones.
There's a lot of McConaughey.
Yeah.
We'll do this again in like a month. We'll pick once we forget.
Oh
We'll all
man.
pick the same people though, because we don't remember what we picked.
One conversation, I'm not ready for it today, but we definitely have to revisit it, is that the East Coast versus West Coast hood movies
Oh, yeah.
conversation.
We got schooled on the gram.
No, because
There's
like
some honorable
I mean, there-
mentions that we left out.
We're
People-
still-
people were
we left
kind
a lot
enough
out,
to,
yeah.
to
we're
let
still
us
getting
know.
a lot of people that are just like, yo, how can you forget this? How can
Yo.
you forget that?
And you're on the spot on the pod.
East
it's hard to
Coast,
just
whatever.
rattle
I'm
off
like,
every
you know
fucking
what?
gang
Like, we
movie.
have to revisit this. We have to like actually list out. I can't believe we forgot like for the West Coast, we forgot like Friday.
Yeah, and
Right.
Juice. We
And
forgot Juice.
Juice
I didn't
on the
really
East
think
Coast.
of Friday though, because it's a comedy. I
First
was
movie
thinking of, like,
was definitely in the running for.
It would have been more in the running, but it still was a comedy.
You guys
I mean, hood movies don't have to be.
Agreed.
Dramas.
But I would thought that's what I felt was what all we were
Yeah.
talking about was.
Well, he said
Menace to
gangs in New York.
Society, Juice.
just gang movies. I was
He-
thinking about gang.
I get it, but he said gangs in New York. That's not really a hood
mean,
movie.
Yeah, that's not
No,
a
I-
hood
I
movie
get
at
you.
all.
I get why you're saying it is, but
You ever,
yeah.
you ever notice
Urban.
how there's no Midwest hood movies?
No, yeah,
They
you're
don't-
right.
They don't really get those.
No,
like
Wait.
St. Paul. Like
Yeah,
they're in Minnesota, like the
exactly.
Minnesota hood.
yeah.
It's got to exist, you know.
Oh, word.
Oh, there's hoods everywhere.
Oh yeah, I mean
Every
no, and
city has a
for
hood.
sure.
Yeah.
Minneapolis definitely
Mm-hmm.
has a hood. You guys all watch Dave? Did you watch Dave on
Didn't.
FX?
Not yet.
I'm not going to spoil anything, but they posed a question in one of the Benny Blanco episode, like the one that we all were,
Yeah.
the one that we all were talking about, and he said, "Is there any black
question? Okay.
bromance movies?"
Yeah, yeah.
I think somebody said that. I forget who exactly said it, and they were there like, "Shook, would you guys consider Friday
A
or next
bromance
Friday a
movie?
black bromance movie like Day Day and fucking Craig?" I feel
I
like they
wouldn't-
got a
I wouldn't.
bromance.
Not the first black.
No,
not
okay,
the
like
first Friday.
I mean, even Date and Smokey and Craig. Like I feel like that's is close
wouldn't
to as a black
consider it.
romance movie as you're
What
gonna
is a-
get.
Give me an example of a typical bromance movie. What's a bromance movie?
I mean, like The Hangover. I feel like that's they're all sort of in a bromance, or Harold and Kumar, where they're fucking Just
best
tight
buds.
homies going on an adventure, getting into some
Yeah.
shit. Like that's how I think of a bromance. Like
In
or
that
even, I
case,
love you,
then
man.
I Love You Man was actually making fun of bromances.
And yet they
Which is
formed a
great.
bromance.
Yeah, it was
So
great.
it was
What was I Love
Pretty
You Man
clever.
again?
Paul Rudd and
Jason Segel.
Yep, Jason Segel.
To watch.
He
Oh,
had
dude,
he
that's
has
such
he
a
has
funny
it's
fucking-
it's one of my favorite
It is a
movies
great
honestly
fucking-
of all time.
I know
Um,
I've seen it, but
Yeah, he's
Lou
he
Ferrigno's
proposed-
in it.
He proposed to his fiance. They realize he has 0 friends, so he goes on a hunt to find friends.
Like a
oh
best
yes,
man.
yes.
Yeah. So, but he goes about it like if he's like trying to find dates and stuff.
Right.
So yeah,
I
Would
do
you,
good time.
remember.
would you call Bad Boys?
Mm,
Bad
romance.
Boys, maybe. Yeah, I would
I
maybe.
think, yeah. Marcus.
That's
I think
more
that-
of a buddy cop
It is.
movie, though.
Sure.
But I feel like they definitely have a bromance.
I
Like,
mean,
I
they're-
don't know if
they're-
I
yeah.
would consider it a bromance movie,
I would
but
I would say I guess more Friday After Next because they're already like they're already friends and they're going through this whole thing.
Right.
Whereas next Friday he's kind of thrown into this. They're not really. It's not
But
really that.
That's the bromance forming. Like by the end of that, after they go through that shit, and you know
Yeah.
the dudes are all beat up and shit, and he gets the chick, dude. Like
I don't know.
They're bros.
Oh man, I don't know. I would probably I would probably give it more towards like Bad Boys, even though that's more of a buddy cop
Yeah.
kind
Yeah,
of
I mean,
movie.
they would die for each other. Like that's definitely
Yeah.
bromance.
That's
Like,
more that's more of that. But
maybe
I don't
the
know.
listeners, maybe they can think of a black bromance movie because I feel like they're out there. We're just not thinking of it.
Not big on bromances, man. In the hood, we're not because even like try to find a bromance Latino movie.
Name a Latino movie.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Actually,
there.
let's move on. Let's move on. Oh man, no. Nah, I can't think of any honestly.
I couldn't think of one either.
I can't
Got
think of.
nothing. Selena.
But then again, my yeah, Selena, Latino movies.
La Bamba.
That was the shit.
That was the shit, dude.
It's a good
That's a
movie.
fucking dope.
All
That's how
the
far
I remember
back-
watching
far
that as
back
a
we gotta
little
go.
kid, dude.
that's why I put them in the same category because,
American
like, yeah, like that was definitely
That was a bromance.
that was
for
a bromance
sure.
movie
Lots
for
of
sure.
bromancing going on in that movie.
What about the tax collector?
Fuck what? Fuck. Nobody. We don't even want to consider that a movie.
We needed more creeper.
He's the best thing
He
in
was,
that whole
dude,
thing.
in that
Shia
fu-
LaBeouf
yeah,
was the
dude.
best part of that whole
He
movie.
was for all 20
Um,
minutes.
But like Blood In, Blood Out was a great movie, and that's all it really was. Is just like homies hanging out and going through
Yeah.
their LA shit. But even that, I wouldn't
Feel
consider a fucking
Bound by honor.
such a good movie. Yo, that conversation actually made me want to go back and like watch a lot of those movies because it's been so long since I've seen those, and it made me think like, damn,
I added
like
a
it brought
bunch.
something back. I noticed that. I noticed that.
Do you get notifications?
Who,
New
me?
shit's added?
No.
Uh-huh.
I the other one that I'm in, you get like an email
Nice.
Oh yeah,
emailed
Grandpa's.
to you. Yeah, grandpa's. You
Grandpa's.
get like a little
Grandpa's
email.
Well, I have that same system. I just don't have everyone's email.
Yeah, that's
So I was
fair.
like, I don't
That's
wanna-
not your job to alert everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We can
that's
fend
not
I mean,
for
it's mostly
ourselves.
automated,
Right.
but
Yeah, I don't
I
need
just
to
don't want to
receive
go through the
emails.
process of getting people's emails just
Yeah.
to send them a newsletter.
I think I just went.
I'd unsubscribe anyway. That would be
Right.
You'd have to create a
Just-
newsletter and everything too, right?
something else.
No,
to
it's an app.
Oh, it just automatically does it?
It's actually like a
We'd hear Johnny's
analytics app that goes in the
goings-on.
back end and it like tells you like who's watching what and how often they watch it and
Yeah.
stuff like that. And lets you know like what your popular flicks are for your server.
Dave watches a lot of titty movies. I don't know what's up with that, dude. That's so weird.
That's
The-
not weird at
The
all.
adult section.
Not weird at all.
Is there an adult section?
If they make
There
an
should
adult
be.
section, it's for you specifically.
I'll upload to the. You just give me the login.
Special pin for that folder.
Mm-hmm.
How would you even know what to search for that shit?
What do you mean?
I don't think you have to search. You just land on any one of those torrent sites, and the first 15 links are all fucking adult films.
Nice.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah,
It's true.
I know. I've gone through every page.
No, that's weak, dude. Like, I've looked at the adult torrents and like they're legit
never-
movies. Like I don't want
Yeah.
to download a whole fucking. What am I gonna do? Oh, this scene's good. This thing, like I
That's for
have,
subscribers.
yes, but that's not something I make a habit out of.
That was the early days of like LimeWire before we had.
And those were
full
just
access.
scenes, dude. I didn't have enough bandwidth to download a whole fucking movie. It would take a day to download a scene.
I remember we went
back
to.
then,
A
yeah.
specific scene, but I didn't. That would be too much.
Please go ahead.
Just name
Dude.
it.
Yes, I don't know what it was called. I just remember.
You
how it
remember
went.
the title?
Please describe
Scene
it
by
to us
scene.
scene by scene.
Y'all aren't ready for that.
I remember I went to Florida for spring break one year, which was the trip from hell. But anyway, I probably talked about it before. But there were these two girls who these, you know, they were within the group. They were hanging out with us that lived in Florida.
Floridians.
Somewhere in there, like the guys were just like, yo, I think they're trying to, they just want money. Like this, so I think they're just trying to get everybody like for some money. I don't know if they were like trying to rob or whatever, or they just wanted like money for sex kind of thing. And everybody's just like, oh, like,
Damn, we thought they were just
Fuck.
trying to fucking get party.
yeah,
and
just
shit,
kind
and
of,
they're
you
like,
know,
nah.
Such a letdown.
Yeah.
Yeah.
but
At least you
uh,
know it's on. If you wanted to be on,
Right.
no, and they were dope.
Oh,
I
yeah,
remember
dude,
them
I'm
being
drinking.
Now
dope.
you're good. Now
So-
you know what the party is.
right, right. Cards are on the table.
So I remembered one of the things that I used to do because I used to do the DVDs and all that shit. And
Did you try to trade them DVDs for sex?
no.
It's like, yo, I got that
This
new
is
nutty
leading
professor.
somewhere.
Okay.
No, this is leading somewhere. Back when I got home, I used to do the DVDs and stuff. So and not only that, but I figured out like, oh, if I go to Bang Bros, or I think on this one was Reality Kings, you would look up and then you can see like the
but just-
trailers
right,
for it, and then
yes.
you can search for it.
100%.
So yeah, so I was
Dave's
going
like,
through.
we know how it works.
I was going through the list.
am I gonna learn something today, or
I was going through the list, and one of the girls that was there popped up on fucking Reality
what was
Kings.
it called?
Oh, that's
I
great.
forgot what it was called. It was
she
so
definitely-
long
you
ago.
can't
Dude.
if she was doing Reality Kings, you can't afford her. That's too much. That's
No,
a classy.
definitely
That's
not
a
me.
classy site.
And this was early 2000s, so I don't fucking
Yo,
remember.
Reality Kings is still going hard.
Oh
then,
yeah,
dude.
yeah.
Damn.
Reality Kings, yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
It was
they
Bang
were,
Bus with the
Props.
Bang
Dirty-
Bros with
Dirty
Bang
Latina
Bus.
Maids, right?
Ooh.
Yeah,
That
all
was
that
the-
shit.
that was back in the days
that's
of the
OG
networks.
reality
The networks.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It really, it makes me think like, how, like they make a lot of money.
Mhm.
Where's this
Oh,
money
they
coming
do.
from? Subscribers?
Yeah.
The question is, who's subscribing to this?
There are there are people.
The same
Same people
that
buying
subscribe to
OnlyFans, bro. The same people that are supporting these OnlyFans
Yeah.
sites, dude.
So
They're
so,
out there.
So
There's a
here's
lot
the,
of dudes out there
Here's the
just-
thing, though. I can understand the OnlyFans thing a little bit more.
A little personal touch in there.
Exactly.
Sure.
Exactly. And I spend about $250 a month on OnlyFans.
Don't we all?
There you go.
But
There you go.
I make
have a
about $1,000 a month on
part-time-
OnlyFans, so it evens out.
Give and take, yeah.
Right. No, but like
Only
I feel
feet
like
pics.
I feel like after a certain like there's a certain generation that's just gonna stop paying for porn.
Oh yeah.
And
that
it's-
time
it's
is
gonna
limited.
die. Yeah.
I
don't
will
know.
tell my kids that will be the first thing I teach them. Never pay for porn.
It's free.
It's-
Why would
it's
you pay
everywhere.
for it?
It's literally
everywhere.
around all our heads right now. We just pluck it down. That's
I
it.
mean, the
Pick it.
addicts just don't get enough.
No, yeah, there are addicts, there are the people that like for the cam shit, they get off on just interaction,
just-
like
yeah.
saying,
Yeah.
"Hey, do this," and that person does it, and they're just like
Yeah.
paying all
Just
kinds of money.
buying them
Bling,
shit.
bling,
open
bling,
open
bling,
the shit.
bling.
Open the
Every
shit.
time
I bought
hear
you.
that
You
shit
did that
on
really
the
well. That was
pre-recorded,
good.
like,
Bling, bling,
Yeah,
bling.
yeah.
You know
I've
it's
never
going
seen the
down if you
live
hear
ones.
that.
I'm watching the pre-recorded ones,
Mhm.
and I'm like, who the fuck is the person on here? that
There's
just-
No, they're
Always.
always one. They're one
Ching,
token
ching,
though.
ching,
They
ching.
do one token like 80 times in a row, and they feel like a boss because it chinged like 80 times. But it's really like 80 cents they just tipped. It's bullshit. Don't be
Oh, word?
swayed
Is
by
that
the
how
shit.
that works?
Not all the time, but I see that bullshit.
Wait, I don't understand. You could just ring the bell.
Well, no, you can tip whatever amount of tokens you want, like whatever the currency that site uses.
So you tip
and
one token,
there will be
right?
people that will literally do one token fucking 70 times in a row just to blow up the page because like the chick will be like, hey, if we can get all, if they get the screen
But how
all
do you
filled
do
with
it
tips,
70
they'll
times? So then
pull a
you're
tit
getting
out.
70 tokens, right?
Yeah, but tokens are like
I don't know.
nothing. Yeah, they're
okay.
they like dude, they want those big tips, dude. Like those dudes that'll drop like 10,000 tokens and make the chick cry, and she'll like cry on the screen and shit. And
I have no idea
it's
what
whack.
the price.
I mean,
I assumed they were like.
It's like a premium currency. I feel like they all have their own.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's not like dollars. Like they're not like stripper dollars or anything like that. Like it's just.
So that's all it
token.
was.
I don't know what the exchange rate is either. Like I don't know what they're getting back.
It
like,
changes every day
it's
depending on what's
it
going on.
fluctuates with like Bitcoin. It's the same.
Yeah,
you have to
and they-
mine these.
They're definitely
What's the gas
in there.
price to move that over to Dogecoin.
Right. Ethereum.
There are
yeah,
those
they're
people
all-
though. If you go in there, go ahead and go into like just the cam section just to kind of see what the interactions are like. There are those people that are trying to talk to them.
They make their username like the chick's name. They're
Yeah.
like, oh, so and so's blah blah blah. And like just they really feel special. Like they love it, dude. And that's 100% the dudes that are dropping this.
Yeah.
Buying them shit on their Amazon gift
Word.
list.
Yo, it's
Get
crazy.
the fuck out of here, dude.
It's crazy, yo.
I forgot about that.
But
The wish list. These pictures is wild.
And they're getting it. They're
They're
getting
making-
it, bro.
yeah,
They're
and
getting
they're
it.
getting
But
that
you
shit.
know who's also getting it is the scammers. Did I tell you about the scam rapper shit I saw on HBO?
No.
Have y'all any of y'all seen the HBO Max special or series Generation Hustle?
No.
Yo,
I've heard of
it's
it. I've
wild.
heard of it though.
It's
I
wild.
might
I've heard of it.
It's wild. Each episode is just like a mini documentary on some like person that fucking hustles the
Scam
shit out.
mad
Yeah,
people.
scams people out of shit, and they hustle hard. Like remember that girl that got busted from New York that she like fronted on that she was like a socialite or some shit.
Mhm.
Yeah.
She was like gonna scam
Yes.
out like millions of dollars from
I
the
did
bank.
see. She was like a blonde chick, right? Like
Yeah.
a smoking hot blonde chick
Saying
that
she
just
came from like some rich German family or some shit like
I
that.
do remember. I think I saw that on like CNBC. It was like one of
Yeah.
those specials they did on like the greedy ones or some shit.
So
Yeah.
there was one episode I seen of this like rap dude from Detroit. I'm trying to remember his name right now. But this kid, like, not only hustle, like he started laying out all the scams that he does, right, and turned that into rap songs, and now he's like making the worst songs in the world. Like these songs suck. Not half the time he don't even rhyme. But he's literally out here talking about like, let me
Lil
tell you
B.
about this time that I went to Walmart and scammed out, 10 TVs. And my cousin was sitting over there and literally just telling you a
Telling a story, yeah.
on a beat
Yeah.
with no rhyme or rhythm.
Let me tell you about this one time at Walmart. Walked in and played it so smooth, I grabbed the shopping cart. Break my cousin off a couple hundred cause she play her part. I scammed this same Walmart 50 times, I gotta play it smart. Listen to what I gotta say, I'm about to get honest. Crazy like I'm shopping here for clothes, then hit electronics. Grab some Xboxes and TVs, I think about 7.
And this kid is, so one of the things he talked about was the Instagram scam, how they, he was like, this is the easiest way to make money. And this is why I say,
Is that how they caught his
this
ass?
is why I'm certain. No, he's not caught. This dude is out there.
He's just
Just
out there.
scamming.
He's still out there. He got a fucking like multi-million-dollar record deal out of this shit. And he says he scammed the record company because that's not even his real name he put on the contract.
So is that void
Wow.
the contract?
Technically, is
So he
what
doesn't
he's
get
saying.
shit.
But he still gets paid.
Damn.
They already paid him in advance. And he got that bread. And that's kind of a lot of
They
what
find
his
these
scams are. Is you
loopholes.
get the front money and then you
just dip.
get out.
That's it.
And so like, and he's like, I don't even give a fuck about the rap shit. His Instagram scam is, and I'm just circling back to the thirsty fucking people on the internet. The Instagram scam is you start an Instagram page, you find one chick, you download all of her photos, you upload them to your new fake Instagram page, and then you pay for the service to get, hundreds of thousands of followers or whatever. So now people think you're legit. And then you just start DMing niggas and start asking for money. And they fucking send you money.
Send it.
Wow.
And this kid said I can make like $3,000 in an hour off of this shit.
That's crazy. And you know what I love is that it's just not illegal at all.
No.
You know, it's just taking advantage of
Yeah.
idiots, which is amazing.
That's exactly what in this episode that you're all gonna watch now because you're very.
I'm gonna watch that whole shit, dude.
Yeah. I'm definitely gonna.
He fucking the manager of them as a rapper, like the guy that started working with him was sending them to like a legit manager. Was like, yo, listen to this dude's rap songs, and the guy was like, why do you keep sending me this bullshit? Like, this shit fucking sucks.
Yeah.
And the dude was like, nah, like listen to what he's saying. He's out here really teaching people how to scam. And he's rapping about this is how I, do fake credit cards. I go on the dark web. I get these like bins, like literally teaching the book.
Step by step.
And so the dude was like, is this shit illegal? I don't know. But I had to go and look it up. And apparently it's absolutely not illegal because all you're selling is the blueprints to the bomb. You're not selling the bomb.
Right. Like the anarchist cookbook.
Exactly.
You can sell that shit.
So something similar happened to me recently where they tried to scam you. We all get those, those scammers. We all had an experience, but it was
Prince of Nigeria.
No, for me it was the CEO of the company that I work for randomly emailed me like, hey,
a phishing scam.
Damn, hey, I need
report it?
Blah blah blah. And of course, me being me, I reached out to someone else and I was like, yo, is this legit?
Smart.
They're like, no, it's not. So, but I wasn't smart enough to not give my phone number. So, right. So then whoever this person was texted me. And so by then I'm just like, okay, this is strange. So then they text me and they're like, hey, I'm in a meeting. I really need you to go out real quick because I can't do anything. Can you go grab these gift cards? And I'm like,
yep.
So then I started messing with
grab my keys.
So then I started messing with them. I'm like, all right, cool. I just need the company credit card.
I need the company credit
No. I can't get that to you. So I just kept going back and forth until and then I told him to go fuck himself. But I did this for a little bit.
So what's funny about that is I've gotten the same emails, obviously.
I've seen
but
them.
the emails that I've gotten, like they don't even ask for the phone number. They're just like, hey, I'm in a meeting. Can you give me these gift cards? Or like, can you give me like an iTunes gift card, right now for $50? Like, okay.
Yeah. For me, it was just like, hey, I really need to talk to you. Blah, blah, blah. So that's why the first time it was just like, what? And then after that, I was like, oh, okay, I got this. But then I had to fuck with him for a little bit, and then I blocked the number.
I know somebody that got on that shit and gave up.
I'm sure
thousands.
Damn, thousands.
Wow. Thousands. Like the couple, just over, I think 2,000.
What's their
Young or old?
Their
before
number?
they
Young
realized,
or old?
Old enough to know better. I'm gonna say
it's sad. It's sad, man.
Young enough to
30s.
know better. Old people don't know shit.
Yo, if any company is asking you to buy gift cards to pay off anything because for whatever reason, right? The feds are looking for you, whatever. It's not real. Question that shit. Call the actual company. Stop Googling.
Email your manager.
Yeah.
Email your
Stop
manager immediately
Googling.
and be like, why is the CEO emailing me?
Is the CEO?
Right. Well, in that instance, but in most cases, like they think that they're getting in trouble somehow and they receive an email from a company in general. So then they, instead of they'll Google it and then call the first number that comes up, which is just another fucking scam, or they call the number that's in the email. Like, no, like it's a fucking scam. Find the legit number, talk to the people. They'll ask you, what the fuck are you talking about? And they'll tell you not to do that shit. But shit is wild.
I've stopped people from buying gift cards at the store.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
What are you getting these for? Is this like they're like, no, my boss. I'm like, no, what? Are you kidding me?
For real, though.
My son is in jail right now, and they need me to buy these gift cards so that we can get them out.
That's a big one. So my mom, she works at the service desk at Walmart. And like, so that's like where they process like money orders. They'll do gift cards. She says all the time, people coming in to do money orders. And they're supposed to ask what it's for. Yeah, frantic like that. And it's the same thing. It's like my son got arrested. Like, she's
like, no.
And she'll tell them, like, have you talked to them? Have you contacted them? And they're like, well, no, I can't. It's like, call them.
Yeah.
Like, like, they'll pick up. Like, this is a scam. Like, just stop.
Yep. Yo, it's bad. But this brought... it's so it's horrible. It's horrible. And the worst part of it is the people that actually are impacted by this are older people. So it's like
elder abuse, man.
So it's the elderly, and these people do not give they don't give a fuck.
No.
I've gotten on the phone where people are being scammed. And the person is still calling them.
Yeah,
and I've picked up. I've picked up the phone, and I'm just like, yo, leave this person alone.
That's when I fuck with them. I go with it for a little bit. Yeah.
I've had those.
They wanted me to though. They were like,
yeah, forget those people. But this actually made me think of something that I read recently, and it was in South Africa. These brothers, they created this Bitcoin company, and then I don't know, it was like a trading company for Bitcoin, and then they just skated off with $3.6 billion in Bitcoin.
Ooh.
And they can't find them. $3.6 billion worth of Bitcoin and just disappeared. That's crazy. That's
wild.
Yeah,
then you're on the
so
lam
many
for
people.
the rest of your life. Like, you're balling, but you're looking over your shoulder still.
I don't know what it's they call their
that Bitcoin shit. Isn't it supposed to be? I mean, it's not
Afro
trackable,
Crip.
but it's trackable. Like you
gotta sell it.
You can follow the chain
chunks.
If that's their real name, the people like they know
chunks.
what their names are and stuff.
I feel like with 3.6 billion, though, you could hide for.
Oh yeah, you could make it.
Yeah.
You could make it work.
You got as long as you can convert it back to cash.
Yeah. That's what those Bitcoin ATMs are for, right?
They made this seem like
one withdrawal, please.
Yeah, exactly.
3.6 billion. You're just fucking. What are you? There's no way, bro. There's no way.
It's like a what is it in the casino? The hell are they called? The
slots.
The slot machines. Yeah, when all the coins are coming out after you win.
Mm-hmm.
It'd be funny if you're actually getting the Bitcoin.
I was disappointed. They don't do coins anymore. Like when you win, just credits that they put.
Yeah,
on
it's
your
all
little
credits.
thing.
Or like a little paper sheet.
I never got to go to a casino when it was actually coins that came out. It was
I like
always
the credits
and
more.
electronic. No, I do like it's easy for sure. But
like walking around with a bucket of coins.
Ching, but like that's how I would see it in the movies when I was growing up, and I was like, I want to hold the fucking bucket of fucking.
I've never been to Vegas. I'm sure there are some that are.
I think you can get that.
Yeah, I'm sure there.
I've never
for
made
me,
it
I
there.
feel like
I've never made
it
it
would
to
be
old
legit.
Vegas. I always just get too.
I've never made it to New Vegas.
New Vegas.
Yeah,
Fallout style.
Go to an old school arcade that still does tokens.
There you go.
Oh yeah. Time out. They have the little
cheaper.
thing, the little machine on the
little quarter dispenser.
I'm gonna buy one of those, dude, just to have one.
Yo, I remember the ice cream man.
Yeah.
Skippy. He always had one of those.
Nice.
Yo, he did.
The ice cream man had coins?
Yeah, he had one of those coin things.
Oh, yeah, like the timeout, the timeout guys.
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
The clickers.
Okay, I remember. I know what you're talking about now. Yeah, that little.
Yeah, right on his belt.
How much do you need? Flicking that little mouse pad. All right, so we can get into a little bit of regular news.
Regular
degular.
Yo, so our man Bill Cosby is free.
Whoa, that's how we start in the regular news.
We're starting the regular news with free Bill Cosby.
How does that happen?
So Bill Cosby released from prison after Pennsylvania court overturned sexual assault conviction. So apparently what happened was when they arrested him initially, he was like within days of the statute of limitations. And then something happened where I guess he's been in prison for 2 years now.
Yeah,
it's been a while.
I can't even believe it's been that long. But it says here, the decision by the Pennsylvania Supreme Court today to overturn the conviction of Bill Cosby. Nope, it must be devastating. But it was something where
It was something that he did he made a deal with the DA
Mhm.
years ago, but when it was a different DA.
When he said something, the person said something about like this will not count against you.
So they
during
gave
that
him, like,
conversation.
what's that called? An immunity.
Yeah.
They gave him an immunity against prosecution for these cases or whatever. And then it kind of died out. And then when the Hannibal comedy shit came out, and he was cracking on the fact that Cosby was still walking around, that's when interest came back.
Right.
Then more people started coming out, and that's when the new DA was like, let's press charges. And I just don't understand how it
that
never
slips
came
through
up
the cracks like
that this nigga already had an immunity deal and can't be. So that's what they used in their appeal, and he fucking won the appeal.
So now does he like get money like for serving 2 years and when he shouldn't have been technically?
He can
Like
sue.
is that going to happen?
He can absolutely sue the city of, was it Philadelphia?
Yep.
Yeah, he could sue the city of Philadelphia for all the lawyer fees and the time he served.
And I mean, win,
And
right?
I would think so, but it's fucked up. Because at the end of the day, he still got 60 girls that have come out, 60 women
You
have
see the
come out.
picture of them all
accused
sitting?
us.
What was the there's a Time magazine? There was some magazine where it literally it showed all of the women just like sitting in it, and it was a lot.
You want to backslap the shit out of that original DA that fucking gave him that immunity deal.
Yep.
Probably Giuliani.
But either way, like he apparently he's working on already like making some sort of a tour to make some money.
Would you go see him? Would you go see him?
This dude.
If I was like, yo, I got 4 tickets
There
to
would
go
be a
see
lot of
Bill
people.
Cosby right now. Y'all going?
Honestly, though, I feel like that's like it'd be dangerous for him to do that. Like, I
mean,
wouldn't be
he's not even
surprised.
What does he have
funny.
to lose?
I mean, he's like family funny.
Yeah, he's like clean funny.
Clean funny. I don't want.
He used to
How
give
you
a
gonna
lot of
watch
people
Bill
shit.
Cosby do clean comedy
Right.
now.
There were a lot of people who actually said, like, comedians would say, like, I remember a specific situation where Bill Cosby would come to me and
Talk down to like
and
Richard
talk
Pryor
down,
and shit.
talk down to me
Yeah.
because my comedy is dirty and whatnot.
really?
And
Eddie Murphy.
Yeah.
I remember
I
Eddie
love
Murphy
that.
said
yep,
that.
Eddie
for
Murphy
sure.
did say that. Yep.
And he did his
So-
Richard Pryor voice. He's like, "Tell him to suck my dick." You remember that bit, dude? That was a really
Yeah.
funny.
Yeah, because the first time that that Eddie Murphy came out and did like some sort of a bit was actually during some event, and this is he was entertaining the fact that he might go back into stand up, but he just did a speech, but that speech was in essence of like a bit, and he was going in on Bill Cosby, and that's where he said all that shit. Which if you look it up, like he goes in and he says some funny shit, and everyone was extremely surprised and happy to see that Eddie Murphy still has it, which he is also talking about coming back to stand up.
I would watch Eddie
His shit
Murphy,
wouldn't be
yeah.
raw and delirious, but
it would still be funny.
oh
would.
yeah, hell yeah,
It would.
nah. But I think the consensus is fuck Bill Cosby, man.
Word.
Fuck that guy. But
Oh, pudding pops.
he's walking around here. I don't know. Hopefully somebody made him suck pudding pop in
Pudding
fucking
pop.
prison. He
2
shouldn't
years
go.
is a long time.
It's a long time. It's a long fucking time. All right, so it's long enough. And so a little bit of news dropped by Rockstar.
Rockstar.
GTA 6 is reportedly launching in 2025.
2025.
GTA 6
2025, bro.
2025.
I don't even know if I'll be alive in 2025.
Yo,
Who knows that far ahead? I don't know what's
the
going to happen.
last time I had a game system, I was playing Grand Theft Auto 5.
You
and
still
that was
won't have a game system by
long
the time
fucking
GTA
time.
6
20
comes.
years?
Huh?
Is it 20 years in between titles?
GT
No, no.
2012? 2012,
15
I
years?
think, is when
2012 is when GTA 5 came out?
I think so.
Something like that. That's a
That was
long
before
fucking time,
10.
though.
That's a long time ago.
That is a
Yeah.
long time ago.
Does that mean that it's not even in development yet.
It must
Like-
not be.
Like they're just like,
they're
yeah, we'll do it.
storyboarding
It'll
it, maybe?
it'll be ready by then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know.
2013,
Well,
September 17,
Okay,
2013.
so damn, 2013.
Yeah, 2013. So it would be
8 years old.
yeah.
it would.
No, well, right
it would
now.
be
Right now,
12.
it's 8 years old.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
but
by the
it'll
time
be
it comes
12 years
out.
old. There's only been like the longest between a GTA release I thought was like 3, maybe 4
Yeah.
years tops. This is insane, dude.
They've
this
been
game better
milking the shit
fuck
out of GTA 5.
because
They
they,
were, yeah.
can because they're still banking,
I don't
dude.
They're
understand.
still
They're banking.
They're
like,
still making
why?
a lot of money
I
on the
know.
online.
If people would stop playing that bullshit and just let
So-
it die, dude, they hopefully they would get their
Seriously.
ass.
So
in
here's
gear.
the thing, man.
die.
It's like the gamers now, everything is online. So
And
as long as
they're
the
modding it,
online
too.
content it keeps getting refreshed, most
But it's-
people
it's
don't
not
care.
Even, it's not even like it's good online content though. Like it's
Doesn't
all
matter.
trash. Like there's no single player content. It's like, hey, there's this car, and we'll give you $1,000 if you sign in to your account. Like they're just, it's so sad. It's such
Really?
a
I
sad,
haven't
it's
played
a
in
sad
so long,
place to
but-
be, dude. Like, and I haven't been there in 6-7 years probably. Like,
But
it's
here's the
been-
thing: in 2025, when it comes out, it's
That shit
going
better
to.
slap.
I mean, it's going to.
modern day
It
Vice
always
City.
has.
Modern day Vice City is what
Mhm.
they said. So
Yeah.
not the 80s Vice City that we love, but modern day, which could be cool. But I thought like the Vice City
Okay.
fucked because it was the 80s,
Right.
that 80s
That's what I
soundtrack
felt,
and
yeah.
everything. Like Miami 80s was the
Right.
place to
Yeah,
be.
That's
like
why
that
it was
dope.
Vice City. It
Yeah.
was literally Vice City because
Right.
of Miami
Yeah.
Vice.
Now
Yeah.
you're just in Florida.
Now you're just you're just dealing with fucking
Danny's gonna pick it up.
crackheads and meth heads.
Danny's gonna be a playable character.
She's gonna be an NPC just in the tattoo shop. Well, what if Danny was the tattoo dude? You know, you have to go to the tattoo shop.
Yeah.
We need to get him. I'm writing Rockstar. Like,
Word.
yo, I know a Floridian tattoo artist. Fuck your shit up.
That would be fire. No, but I mean, it's gonna be a good game.
I mean, yeah, but who the
gonna
fuck
be-
wants to
How
wait
long did
that
they
long,
wait?
bro?
How
Wait
long
until
did they
2025. You'll pick it up. I
supposedly
promise you.
take to make Cyberpunk?
Maybe
'Cause
5 years.
I
Top.
feel
We're
like it
really
was
comparing
like
it to
7 years.
Cyberpunk?
Well, I know I am because
I don't know
said
the development process.
I feel like they said they announced Cyberpunk like in 2013, and then we got
it's conceptualized.
such bullshit, right? And apparently, when you look at like the emails or whatever, they really didn't start development until like 3 years ago or some shit.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
it was all in like conceptual.
Which is probably why it was
area,
a piece of
so-
shit when it came out.
that's what I think you're right. Like they probably have not started
Yeah.
development on this shit
No.
yet. They're just ramping up a team right now and calling the 2025
Which
date.
sucks, dude.
Like,
Jeez.
And you know it's going to get delayed, so that's not even...
It's like, is it even worth it
Absolutely.
hyping it right now?
Right,
Yeah.
why even say
even
that?
mention
Why?
it?
Why
Like, what are
even
you
say it?
doing? Like, doing the hype for it right now?
Until
Yeah.
there's a teaser, I
Unless
don't want
they're
to hear
starting
shit.
to see a decline in GTA 5.
They're like, hey, we got to
numbers.
give them something. We got to
Give
throw them a
keep
tidbit.
playing
We got to
GTA
throw them a
5
tidbit.
for another
Yeah.
4 years.
Hang in there, kids.
It's such a rough.
GTA Online was fun, dude. Like
It
it
was
was fun
fun,
for
yeah,
the
early
first
on, I'm
couple
sure.
years, dude. And then like any game gets boring after a while.
Mhm.
Like no matter how much you fucking love it, you will not give a shit after a while.
Well, they started off with like actual additions to the storyline, right? Like separate storylines because they had.
They never released any single play. It was always like online heists and
No, well, yeah,
stupid
for
bullshit
after
like
a
that.
while, but they had what was the biker gang one, where it was like
No, that was like GTA 4 content.
Was that?
the bike? Yeah, and then like the Ballad of Gay Tony was another one. Yeah, those two. Those were GTA.
That was GTA 4? Wow.
Yeah. You did not own GTA 5, apparently.
No, I did own.
No,
a
he
GTA
did
5.
because
I
it was
did.
on the Xbox that I
Yeah,
bought from him.
Okay.
I played the shit out of GTA 5. I just couldn't remember because I remember that there was.
It was a Diesel storyline though. You didn't really need at the time,
Wait,
for the
hold
first
on, wait a
3 or
minute.
4 years.
Wait, did you say the Ballad of Gay Tony?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was one of the.
And that was the actual Gay Tony is
Gay Tony is a character, and
Yeah.
yeah.
How the fuck did
Yeah,
they get
that
away
was
with
not
that
derogatory for
Because
the
it wasn't
record.
in
That was the
2021.
title.
shit? Good God.
You're not canceling me. Not
Can't-
over that. Not
can't
over Gay
release that
Tony.
anymore.
No, you can't do that now. I mean,
Different time.
yeah, it was a different time.
GTA 4, yeah, that was.
Yo, let's get in on IGN though.
Ooh,
And their
fuck
fucking
IGN.
bullshit ass reviews
I don't
lately.
know what's up, dude.
The
I don't-
ignorant game
I
network.
really,
The
like
Ignorant
that.
Game Network.
I like that.
Well,
tweeted at him from my.
I don't really go to IGN for much.
Nor
at
will
all.
I.
I used to.
Cracker
I used to. Yeah, that was one of the. That
I
was
would
one of the
definitely
things.
check
That
them
was
out,
my spot.
and they post a lot of the trailers on, or they repost a lot of trailers. They
Mhm.
basically just make free money on trailers.
Yeah. Throw their ads in there.
Yeah.
So, but the only reason why I was even I even heard of this was because we were all blown away by episode 4 of Loki.
Yeah.
We were all super excited about it. Like, holy shit. They gave that shit like a 3 stars and gave it
Yeah.
like shit. Like they gave it so
talked
much
all
shit.
kinds
3
of
out of
shit.
10.
All kinds.
Worst
Yeah.
of
Right?
the
It's out of 10,
season.
right?
Oh yeah, oh yeah, it's out
Dragging
of 10.
along.
The pace,
Yeah.
the pacing, they tore it up, dude, and I couldn't believe it.
Yeah, they like ran it through the mud, and I was like, "What? Like, okay, it looks like I'm not going to IGN for anything. like screw those guys." And then again with the Tomorrow War,
Did you watch Tomorrow War?
I did.
It was dope,
I did.
right? What
I
did you
loved
think?
it. I thought it was great.
It was great.
it was
I
great.
really did. Yeah,
It was great. Yeah,
And you know what's funny is like I saw some of like just kind of like some of the snippets from the review saying like, yeah, this is really dumb. Like a
Mhm.
lot of people just saying it's dumb, it's stupid.
Huh.
But
Right.
then I'm like, I watched it. I'm like, this was great.
This is
We watched, I
awesome,
literally
dude.
watched it last night.
Yeah.
Me and my fiance, and we both loved it.
yeah.
So-
I saw it like 2 nights ago, and I mean I have my arguments with it. Like there were certain things that weren't really up to par, which is kind of on par with Amazon.
Yeah.
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 But at the end of the day, it was a different enough storyline for me. Good action. It checked all the boxes. It was a good movie.
It was a good movie.
It was a good movie that you would expect, like on the top tier of movies that you would expect to just be straight to.
like Extraction on Netflix.
Mhm.
I feel like that was the same where I was
Word.
impressed. I thought that was dope
Yeah.
action. It was I would watch it, a sequel to it, and the same with this movie. Chris Pratt. I mean, he's always Star-Lord in my mind, at least a
There's
little
a
bit. There's
sequel?
always a little bit of Star-Lord and
I haven't seen it yet. Is
What?
there open for a sequel on Tomorrow War?
not
No,
that I've read
no.
yet. But
No, I'm saying the way the movie ended.
No,
did it
I
seem
wouldn't.
like there's a possibility to do a sequel? Or there's no
I
need
would
for it.
I would say yes and no. I say
they
yeah.
can make it happen if they wanted to.
There's
Yeah,
enough.
they can. Yeah.
If there's enough popularity and enough viewership around it, they can make another sequel.
But it's
They-
also
they could do
solid
another
if they
one, yeah.
didn't. Like it's not like, oh shit, I wish
Gotcha.
they,
So Chris Pratt does not die at the end, is what you're saying.
I mean, technically he does. No, I don't know. But actually, I'm kind of not wrong on that. Who we don't know.
Yeah.
But still, no.
Good.
It was actually a good movie. It was a decent enough movie that you would if you have nothing to do, check it out, watch it. You will have a good time. It's
Yeah.
an action movie. Doesn't disappoint, and it's a different enough storyline where I enjoyed it.
But it's not too different either. It's
No.
not like,
No,
whoa, this
what
is
I-
blowing my mind.
What I
No,
thought though
no,
was it
no.
was a good story.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like it was a good story. It wasn't like it was original. You know,
Mhm.
it's got like your classic kind of time travel tropes and
Which
sci-fi
I love.
action
I'm
tropes.
all about
Mhm.
time
But, like,
travel tropes.
It was. I loved it.
Yeah.
It was great.
It was definitely good, and IGN gave that.
A 3 also, I believe it was.
I believe
3
yeah,
out of
they
10.
gave it. Everybody.
Out of 10. These are all out of 10, bro. These aren't 3 out of 5s.
They
You
gave
thought we were
Loki
ripping them for
episode
3 out of
4.
5s? 3 out of 10s, bro.
3 out of 10?
Even not knowing anything about the
God.
Tomorrow War.
I know it's
Loki-
better than a 3 out of 10.
Oh,
Loki
100%.
episode 4, 3 out of 10.
Yeah. Fuck that.
And then other reviews are praising it as some of the dopest Marvel shit they've ever seen, but IGN is like, nah, fuck all that. You don't need
Yeah,
that.
fuck all that. That shit was boring as fuck.
Dude.
Yo, it's like the most comic booky of all Marvel shit that has ever been out.
It was so
It
good.
really is.
So good. And speaking of Marvel, Steven Dorff came out
Fuck him.
and blasted blasted Marvel pretty
Blasted
much
Marvel.
saying
Stephen Dorff.
Stephen
come on.
Dorff.
Of all
Stephen
people.
Dorff.
Why is anyone even interviewing him
He's
to give
Dude,
him the
grasping.
opportunity
He
to
was
say
grasping.
this?
He was in Blade.
He was.
He was in
He
Blade.
was in the
Blade.
original Marvel
Come on.
universe.
he came out
He has
and
a voice, I guess.
he said and
He
he
thinks he does.
I'm paraphrasing, but he said that that all of these movies are trash and a disgrace to cinema, and that he feels embarrassed for Scarlett Johansson
anybody that
coming
cashes
out.
a check from something like that is what he broadened it after he didn't want to focus in on ScarJo.
He didn't mention her though.
You know, he called her out by name
Yeah.
for sure, but then he broadened it. He's like, yeah, anybody that is part
And
of
that-
that
I
whole machine.
I feel like he kind of cheapened her too, in a way, when he was like, "I'm sure she got paid like $5 or $7 million," and I'm like, "I'm sure she got paid way more than
Way
$5 or
more.
$7 million,
Way more.
bro."
Yeah, she's one of the highest paid actresses.
Yeah.
isn't she?
I believe so. Like,
She better
shut the
be.
fuck up, bro.
Yeah.
You are just, and he's like, "I'm out here scouring for like creative." Independent, like shut
That's
the
'cause
fuck up.
nobody
That
will
just
hire
sounds
you.
like you can't get a fucking script.
Yeah.
that
So
people really want you for.
the thing I'll say about Stephen Dorff is, I like up until whenever like season 3 of True Detective came out on HBO,
Yeah.
he was in that.
Yeah,
I didn't know who he was before
I
that.
think it was.
Yeah, and I was like, "Who is Stephen Dorff? Like this
Yeah.
guy looks familiar. Like what's he been in?" And then I was like, "Oh yeah, it's the guy from Blade."
Yeah.
Looked at his filmography, didn't recognize anything else.
Just
he's
right.
been in.
I was curious
He
if
was-
Walk was going to pull it up.
He was really good in True Detective.
yeah.
He was,
and
yeah.
It was
there's-
okay.
I saw him in.
all right.
I saw him in this indie movie called I think it was called Somewhere. It's like him and like Dakota Fanning or Elle Fanning was one of them.
Yeah.
And it was good. It was a good indie movie, but like anything else that I saw on his list like did not look interesting
Yeah.
to watch.
No,
Couldn't have been. What'd she get for?
she got paid in 2019. She got paid $56 million.
Total.
She led the highest paid that year, and all of her money, like she's on the top 10 highest paid actresses list, and all of that came from her role as Black Widow.
Oh, sure.
So she made $35 million off of Avengers
Mhm.
Endgame. Just that one movie.
Just Endgame.
Just on the back end.
What
Yep,
was her
from
screen time in
Avengers.
Endgame?
She was in it a decent.
She was
chunk,
yeah.
but-
She was in
there,
a decent.
yeah.
I mean, she
You know,
died. Remember?
Yeah,
Midway-
no, I mean
midway
that's
through,
really what I
yeah.
remember the most is just that.
Nah, she was in there. She was in there a lot. And so here's my thing with Stephen Dorff, like even mentioning that. First of all, like to become an actor, right? To become, a lot of people go out to LA hoping, right, to become something. And a lot of them take all these bullshit ass jobs.
Right.
Right? So for you to be talking shit about someone who took a role, right? Maybe she wasn't, when she started within that, she wasn't exactly a nobody, but she wasn't exactly, the ScarJo that
Julia
we know.
Roberts,
Yeah, she
right.
wasn't Julia Roberts. So she took a guaranteed job for something that was now like really blowing up. Same for Robert Downey Jr., who he was at the top, fell down everything because of the whole the drug thing,
Mm-hmm.
and he was struggling to come back. Comes back as Iron Man, that restarted his whole career. Anybody that has jumped on since then has jumped onto this train, not knowing where it goes, but figured, hey, I'm gonna have a paying gig for the next 3 years. I'm on it. So to give anybody any kind of shit, knowing that this is the reality for most actors,
It's just hating.
it's just fucking hating. It's just fucking hating. It's like, dude, you and a lot of people are saying that like he was in fucking Blade, like he was in the earlier versions of Marvel before it became the Marvel universe. Like
Sure.
Blade is not that good.
It's really not.
Blade was dope for
it's
its
okay.
time. For
It's
its
all
time,
right.
it was good.
Time.
It's
The first and second one were good.
It doesn't hold up.
no,
The
I
Ryan
You don't think so?
Reynolds
You
one
seen it?
I watched it like during the pandemic.
like the CG for the blood is just it's horrible.
I'm sure.
I heard it was barely
Yeah.
Wesley Snipes in that. It was
Really?
mostly his double.
Really?
Like, unless you saw
third-
literally
in the
his
third
face.
one.
Oh, was that just the
It's the
third
Oh,
one?
that was the third
yeah.
one. Okay,
Okay.
okay. Yeah, because the first and second, I mainly think like the first one was
I just
a good
remember
movie.
that first scene. I remember before it being like, I was like, yo, that was crazy. And then when I watched it like 6 months ago, I was like, that was
Yeah,
kinda whack
CGI,
as fuck.
anything that
it
was
wasn't even
CGI.
just the CGI, like blood. It was just like the scene itself just didn't make a lot of sense. I was just like, what? The
It was
Why
was that
is
late
this
90s?
happening? I think it was
97?
maybe- Yeah,
yeah, late 90s.
late
man.
90s.
I mean, that's on par for
I agree.
98.
Yeah,
But either way,
like I said, I'm just saying that at that time it was great. It just doesn't hold up.
yeah.
It doesn't hold up.
Same with the Matrix movies.
No,
yeah, no, no.
I just watched, was it Revolutions, dude? And like, obviously the
CGI
story,
is
the
for
story,
sure.
no, that's what I'm saying. The
Yeah.
CGI is
Yeah,
what I'm
for
saying.
sure.
Like, the
For
story,
sure.
no,
Yeah.
You're
great.
right. You're right.
I'm talking about the story and everything.
It
in
looks like
Blade
no,
was
no,
shit.
yeah,
The,
no, that was all
the
trash.
CGI, even at the time, I remember was like, I'm
It
gonna.
was bad.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
It was
Yeah,
bad
yeah.
for the
They
time
look like
because
cutscenes of like video
the
games,
first-
sort of at
the
times.
first movie was great. Second movie, I specifically remember being in the theater and seeing that specific that one sign that one scene.
The Burley Brawl.
Yeah.
That's what they call it. The Burley Brawl.
Is that what they call
they're-
it?
When
he's
it's all the agents.
Yep,
and-
yep,
and,
yep.
Yeah.
like that
The
whole
pipe.
thing.
Bad. It's just rubber.
was,
Yeah,
yeah,
it's
it
rubber.
was
Yeah.
awful.
It's brutal.
It was,
Yeah,
it was
yeah.
just like fuck it. And he was flying. And,
Yeah.
If you
The
watch
flying
that,
looks bad, too.
You watch that scene too. Like they didn't even render Hugo Weaving's face on most of the doubles.
They're just like blurred
they're just
out.
like regular
Yeah.
dudes that are fighting
Don't
him.
even
So,
look like
Right.
yeah,
Hugo
it's
Weaving.
bad.
You know what's one scene in the original Matrix that once it was brought to my attention, I can't unsee it. When he flips out of the way of the train when he and Agent Smith are fighting in the subway,
Subway.
and he flips out of the way because the train is coming. So initially I remember it being flawless flip out, bam, and then somebody told me that you could see his hands grabbing the wires. And since then, every single
fucked it
time
up.
Ruins
that you
it.
watch The Matrix, you're going to see him flip out of there and his hands grip the fucking wires the entire time. I was like, all right, that ruined that scene. But other than that, it's still a
Still
great.
dope. Still
yeah.
dope. Other than that.
So
Other than
if you
that.
see The Matrix again and he's about to flip from that.
Oh, I'll be looking for it.
Yeah, no, you got to
For
look
sure.
for that. That's great. But at least it wasn't that horrible CGI.
Yeah, no.
Because that was bad.
I was.
I just remember even when he does right at the end when he goes to fly
Yeah.
and he does the
Yeah.
that shit
Yeah.
was all horrible CGI. But
Yeah.
CGI has not.
It looked like he was a Incredibles character.
Yeah. Yep. it CGI has evolved into something great. But when you go back, like remember King Kong was a big deal.
Yeah.
Because that whole shit was CGI.
Yeah.
I remember thinking like, "Oh my god, this looks so amazing." And then when the newer TVs like the 4K started coming out,
Yeah.
and it had that I don't know what they call it, but the frame rates were
The higher
elevated to
frame rate,
where people who were acting looked like they were
Yeah.
acting in front of a
It
camera.
makes it look shittier. Yeah.
It makes it look really shitty. I saw King Kong on display somewhere, and I'm like, what the fuck is this? This isn't the same movie that I saw. So, yeah, CGI does not age well.
Was that the Jack Black, like Adrian Brody?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
I actually saw that recently too.
Oh,
Yeah.
why?
It was someone else was watching it and I was there.
Mm.
I watched the Matthew Broderick Godzilla recently.
Really?
Really? Wow.
Of my own volition, too.
Oh.
Yeah.
What,
Yeah, I
what
don't know.
made
I don't
you
know.
click play on
I don't
that?
know. I
Wasn't
just,
so great.
No, it was. When I was a kid, I remember watching it. That was the first movie where I fell asleep in the theater.
All I think is
Like, I used to love going to the theater as a kid. I remember passing out watching that movie because it blew, but it wasn't as terrible as I remembered it, honestly. I feel like it was better through this adult lens than like a sleepy kid in
Yeah.
fucking movie
Yeah.
theater when I was little, but it still wasn't great. I wouldn't recommend.
I can hear the theme
Going
song
back and
in
doing
my
it.
head.
Yeah, because it's
Dun-dun-dun.
it's Cashmere by
Dun-dun-dun.
Led Zeppelin, but
Yeah.
back then it was Puff Daddy.
Puff
It was
Daddy,
Puff
and,
Daddy and somebody-
Jimmy
Yeah.
Page.
Yeah,
The remix,
okay.
yeah.
I remember somebody was on the guitar, and I can just see Puff Daddy like on a
Yeah.
On
a rooftop.
Where's
Yeah,
the breeze
yeah.
coming from? Yeah.
Pretty sure they did that. They performed that on SNL that year
forgot
too.
that.
flapping his
Yeah.
I feel
leather
like I
trench
watched
coat.
Yeah, don't do that.
All right. So speaking of the Matrix, actually,
yeah,
Lawrence
Matrix,
Fishburne is confused why he's not going to be in the Matrix 4.
As am I.
I
I
mean,
mean, Morpheus was, kind of an important dude.
we
I
don't
have
know
some
what the
thoughts.
storyline though.
I have some thoughts.
Okay.
Oh,
All right.
Considering who like they've cast,
Mhm.
we're probably gonna get like Morpheus' dad. We're probably gonna get his son in the future.
Oh, okay.
Or it's going to be the opposite, and we're going to go into an earlier time, and we're getting a
Prequel
younger
style?
Morpheus. Yeah,
Okay.
Okay.
I've been scouring, trying to find anything I can about Matrix 4 online, and
Nothing.
there's nothing out
Scarce.
there. Nothing out
I
there.
kind
haven't
of
heard
like that
anything
though.
Yeah,
other
I
than
mean,
it's a thing.
We don't have like a plot, or like we don't have like a teaser yet, and that it's supposed to come out December, I think.
Damn. We got
Wow.
nothing.
Yeah, on
I
HBO.
wouldn't bank on that.
Holy
it's gonna be
shit, you're
HBO.
right. That's
Yeah,
an
that's
HBO
movie.
that's an HBO
Yeah,
Max release.
that's
Yeah,
this year.
I feel like they're gonna bail on that.
it might. I don't know.
Now
Well,
that shit's like opening up and you can go to the theater, they're gonna be like, well, maybe
Yeah.
we shouldn't do that.
it might be earlier because they pushed up like Dune. Like Dune was supposed to be in December, and that's in
Yeah.
like October now.
Nice.
Yeah, but
So-
we've seen a trailer for Dune.
We saw a trailer for Dune last year,
There's
Yeah.
no trailer
But-
for Matrix.
but
what are
Matrix-
they
And that's in
waiting
5
for?
months.
but Matrix didn't get delayed. Matrix was supposed to open up.
Yeah.
At the time it's releasing is when it was supposed to release.
Okay.
But yeah, we don't.
I mean, if it's released,
don't have
then
anything.
filming is wrapped, right?
Gotta be.
filming's
I would
been
hope
wrapped.
so.
Yeah, they've been wrapped.
Damn.
Yeah, but I guess I don't know what the storyline is.
You think
I'm
Neo
trusting
has,
it,
Neo
but
has long hair because he's
Dude.
gonna film John Wick. Like because they
No,
started
no,
production.
he's
on John Wick 4.
I've seen some BTS photos. He has
For
long
Matrix?
hair. Yeah, he has long hair,
Nice.
and he has a shaved head at one point.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Bald. It's a bald cap.
I
Or bald
no,
cap.
no,
I
no,
know, it
no,
looked
no.
like he shaved
He
his
shaved
head.
his head.
Really?
Yeah.
Were you there?
No, I've seen.
He
Yeah, I
shaved his
shaved it
head.
myself.
Yeah.
I shaved it myself. Full body.
Full body.
Oh shit! Oh shit!
Oh, he bicked him. He bicked
That's
him.
how they
Yeah.
get down in Zion, apparently.
No, but I did see something about like they saw him out in the world with a shaved head.
So now is John Wick gonna have a shaved head?
I'm
Nah, man.
Is he
He
gonna
can-
have a wig?
He
He's
can,
gonna have a
he
wig.
can grow his hair back immediately.
He just focuses real
just
hard.
thinks
He
about it,
squeezes
yeah.
in it.
yeah.
Oh, I heard a rumor actually
Oh
Pops
shit!
that
Keeps.
in the Matrix 4,
Yep.
Keanu says, "I still know kung fu."
No, he
Like that's a
doesn't.
I hope so.
that's what I heard.
Oh
I hope
my
so.
God.
I read it.
Please
that,
let
I
that be
really
real.
don't want that to be real.
that
I
he
want
says,
that to be
I
real.
hope we
still
get the
know
head,
kung
the
fu.
head tilts, the old school head tilts from Keanu. I still know kung fu.
You have to keep this bus going over 60 miles an hour,
Yeah,
or those people are gonna die.
I watch
Uh,
Speed like a few times a year.
I haven't seen Speed.
Really?
Second one?
Oh yeah, I love Speed, dude.
I haven't
I'm a
seen
huge
Speed in a
I'm a Speed
long
junkie.
I
if
think
you
we're
will.
due for a Speed reboot.
Yeah.
That's true.
Ooh.
Who's the new Jack Traven?
Oh, Keanu again.
We need his.
Oh yeah, no, reboot it with Keanu again.
He's like, damn it,
That
not
would be
this bus
amazing.
again.
yeah,
That's what it's
Keanu
called.
and Sandra?
Speed 3.
yeah.
Not
Damn it,
this bus again.
It's either that or they're going to use Timothy Chalamet because
He's every
Sure.
yeah, he does
Yeah.
everything.
he can be any generic white male actor.
It's gonna be
Yeah.
Willy Wonka on the bus.
Have you guys been keeping up with Hugh Jackman's IG page?
No.
Yeah, I
What is-
saw
what's
that.
going on there?
I call BS.
Is he hinting at Wolverine? shit?
He's been hinting at
What a bitch.
at like little things about him reprising his role. At least that's how people are taking it. Because
Why
he
would he
he,
do
he released this old picture of him and Kevin Feige, and then Boss Logic made a dope ass like Wolverine arm thing, and he
He liked
reposted that, which is nothing really. There's not really a lot to really go off of.
I think he's too old.
I think if even if he does reprise his role as Wolverine, it's going to be MCU passing the mantle like multiverse type shit.
That, yeah. I
Like,
think that'd be fine.
And it's gonna be more of a cameo.
I'm okay with that.
I'm okay with that too. I don't think he's fully gonna reprise his role as everybody's like
I don't
super
wanna-
excited because they want him to still be Wolverine. How long can he fucking be Wolverine?
Longer
we need a
than
new
Harrison
Wolverine.
Ford can be Indiana Jones.
Yes.
Jesus
Yes.
Christ.
I'll tell you what, though. Unpopular opinion, I did not like Logan.
No?
Oh,
I did not
love
like
Logan. That is a
Oh,
very
that was
unpopular
good,
yeah.
opinion.
I thought,
fuck with
I watched
Logan.
it, like, I watched it twice.
Watch it.
I
three
I watched it
times.
in color,
Yeah,
and then
I
I
think you
watched
need
it
three.
in,
Three
in
is
black and
reasonable.
white.
Three's the lucky-
No,
lucky
I
time.
felt the same way each time. I just thought it was
I don't know.
kind of lame.
It was
Lame?
lame.
Really? Oh, dude.
Wow,
I
that
thought
was
it
good.
fucked the
Yeah.
whole way through.
The end, I thought it was dumb. With the
Yeah,
kids.
I
and-
I mean, it was for sure. Oh, you mean like the end with the kids taking off?
yeah.
I just mean like the whole like Logan part,
The
and,
premise
like
of
the
it.
premise of
Yeah.
it, and all of the speeches
To
between
see him like that.
and Professor Xavier.
Yeah, senile
And when shit
Xavier
slowed
didn't do
down
it
and
for
they're
me.
like, Logan.
Yeah.
I can't- like that shit fuck. Even when I watch that scene, like it fucks me up. I feel like I'm getting fucked up.
No, didn't do it for me.
Didn't do it
Fuck,
for me.
dude.
No.
Fuck. Then I don't know what does.
Yeah,
Do you like
Yeah, I
the
don't
Deadpool
know.
movies? Are you a Deadpool
Yeah,
fan?
I like those a lot.
Not that they're comparable. I'm just trying to figure out. I feel like I don't know you anymore, Brian.
Yeah, I mean, that's fair. Fair enough. Things change.
Man.
yeah.
So, yeah.
Deadpool movies. Fuck.
It's great.
Oh, I like the Deadpool movies. I love Marvel.
I'm
didn't
having
like
a
Logan.
hard time with the I'm having
Everyone likes Logan. I like the Wolverine
Logan.
better. The one that came before. it, the
where he was
Wolverine.
in like Japan.
Yeah, that
Like,
one was great.
No,
I
that
love
was
that one.
garbage, dude. John,
No.
did you watch that? Did you watch it?
That one was
Yeah.
really good.
Did you like that?
I mean, it was okay. It wasn't better than Logan.
It wasn't better than Logan.
Logan was very slow, very
That's
boring.
the Wolverine, right?
Yeah, the
Yeah.
Wolverine.
Is that with what's his face? Liev Schreiber?
no?
is that
That's,
where he was
that
the-
one is
Oh,
That's
that was
X-Men's
Wolverine
Origins.
Oh, was
Yeah.
it?
that's the real shitty one.
Yeah,
that
that was
no
actually
one likes.
X-Men's
Yeah.
Origin Wolverine.
Yeah,
That's
no.
Those X-Men movies, dude. A lot of them aren't that great in my opinion. Like, I'm not a
That was
huge
the
X-Men
original
movie
Deadpool.
fan.
I like
Yeah,
so I like a lot
that's
of the old
true.
X-Men movies for nostalgia because it was like that was the first thing we got. Like
Yeah.
we got X-Men in terms of like good Marvel movies.
Yeah, that was at the start
Before
of
Spider-Man.
the,
Yeah.
pre-Spider-Man,
Yeah.
and now we're just spoiled with Loki. You watch Loki, right?
Oh, yeah.
So, we're just making sure.
Come on. What do you think
So if
I've heard twice this weekend of people that weren't
into Loki,
they've watched it and they were like, I don't know, but neither of them had seen episode 4 yet.
I was gonna ask if they work for IGN. I wasn't sure who the fuck you're hanging out with.
Both of them were just like, I don't know where it's going. I'm kind of confused.
It is a little confused. Like Ash
But no,
Ash
yeah,
gets
I
a little
agree.
confused when she and I try to I do my best. Not that I know everything about everything, but I try to tell her my understanding of it at least. So at least if if I'm wrong, we're both wrong. Does your lady watch Loki with you?
No.
No, that's
No.
just a you show.
Anything that has to do with Marvel.
No, of course not.
She's no. I didn't even ask her. I don't bother.
He doesn't want to get himself in
so
that.
so first of all, I'm not asking her because I want to be able to watch it as soon as I can.
Sure.
If she wants to watch it, I will rewatch it with her.
Sure, that's my thing. I'll rewatch all day. Like, you want to rewatch it? Okay, cool. Let's do it.
Yeah, so something like Loki or something that we're going to be talking about, and everyone's excited about, I will watch it early on. That's when I go to the gym in the morning, that is my cardio. That's my cardio thing. Headphones on, whatever. And then if she's excited about it or she wants to watch it, I will watch it again and I will pretend like I did not watch it.
See,
It's love.
what I was doing with all these shows up until Loki was I'd watch it as soon as it came out.
Mhm.
I'd wait till 3 a.m.
Nice.
If I missed it or if I fell asleep, I'd just watch it first thing in the morning.
Yeah.
And then that night after my fiance comes home from work, we watch it again. She knew I watched it though.
Right.
So
So it's not like you have to,
like
you
she's
have to
fine
act
with it.
surprised.
I'm not
right.
hiding it.
Sure.
But now she's gotten to the point where she she cannot deal with the fact that each episode comes out week after week.
Mm-hmm.
So she has not seen Loki yet, and is waiting until they're all
she can
out,
binge it,
so
yeah.
she can binge it.
Okay.
So I've only watched it one time through so far, but I'll watch it again. You know, because I'm gonna enjoy it the second time around.
And I'm not saying like I would, because she won't watch it now because I've seen it.
Sure.
She's just already expressed that the superhero stuff she's not really into. The ones that I have, I like that she has happened to watch. Like she likes Guardians, and there are certain ones where she does enjoy it. But when it comes to like TV shows and shit like that, she's not super amped about it. Obviously, she caught like a little bit of the first couple episodes of WandaVision. Was just like, oh, that's weird.
I feel like WandaVision was tough for a lot of people when it started. A lot of people who were like not like us, who are like, we're gonna watch it through regardless, who are just like more casual fans that I talked to. They're like, I can't get into this. Yeah. Same thing with Falcon and the Winter Soldier. They thought it was boring. Yep. But same person loved Loki. Like right off the bat to begin with, which I get that and I can see that. They definitely
all sort of different vibes.
They all have very different vibes, and they all start they all start in different spots, and I feel like Loki starts with you're thrown right in with Loki. Whereas like
and it progresses fast.
Yeah, and with WandaVision you're like, what the fuck is going on? Yeah. Like, what is this? And with Falcon and the Winter Soldier, it's just like you're watching them in therapy.
Yeah,
it's like,
You weren't having a hard time.
I always understand why people have like the thoughts they do for certain shit. You know, like when it comes to that. But when it comes to her, I'm just like, at this point, it's like, what do you want to watch? And we'll watch that. So we'll have our shows. Like last night, we started Physical on Apple TV Plus.
How is it?
It's good. It's good. It's
next?
It's actually pretty
that's
good.
The one that Rose Byrne. That's fucking sexy as hell in every damn shot I see.
Is that the British chick?
She's actually Australian.
Oh, is she?
Yeah.
Okay.
Get your shit together.
Rose Byrne, man.
That's her right there.
I really thought she was. Wow, that doesn't even look like her, dude.
No, she was Seth Rogen's wife in Neighbors.
Yeah, that's where I was. She
was in a few things,
and it didn't look like.
And it was actually, and it's actually really good. Like, and it's 30-minute episodes.
Oh,
like,
it's only 30. Nice,
yeah, it's only 30-minute episodes, so it's not too much. It's not too.
Is it all out already?
No.
Maybe on episode 4.
Something like that. Yep.
See, you know what? I hate it because like Netflix got us into the binge mode, and now we have like our Disney Plus or Apple TV Plus.
But see, everything is switching over
and
now.
They're like, nah,
because they're like, they don't want you to cancel it right after you binged it.
After you binge it,
they don't have enough yet to like keep you pulled in to keep like watching content.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. So that one specifically, we started last night. We got through like 3 or 4 episodes, and she's in. Yeah, she's totally in. She's like, yeah, I enjoy it, and I was the one who chose like, yo, I gotta go to bed because I have to work in the morning.
I can't do this.
And I'm just like, yo, you could just watch it, and I will just pick it up wherever. I'll catch up.
Did she not have to work?
No, she was just
doing
like
this morning.
No, so my girl works weekends. That's why I
just weekends.
Yeah. Just Friday and Saturday, but she has to.
Like
she's
30-hour shifts.
She's a nurse where she goes. No, she's a nurse where she goes and she visits people in their home.
Yeah,
and then a lot of that time is like actually like
travel
charting stuff and like things of that sort. Right. So a majority, so a majority of that time is all of that in addition to, and even during the week, she has to do a couple things, but it's not like she's not actively visiting people during the week. It's more of the clerical stuff.
Gotcha.
But that was the deal, is she works on the weekends so that she can spend that time with the kids during the week, and then on the weekends I have the kids, and and then once she's done with all her stuff, then she's out.
That'd be dope if you didn't have to work during the week.
Huh?
Said that'd be dope if you didn't have to work during the week.
Right.
Kick it.
Yeah.
And then on the weekends, that's when you get serious and you get your shit done. But yeah, you're still.
It's only tough because, not to get into that, but we're like trying to balance this shit with a 40-hour
Right.
A
job
lot
and
of our
trying
shit
to come
is
out with
weekend. That's why you always have a little sack of potatoes on your
yeah,
shoulder.
that's why I
when
always
you're
have a
recording.
child on my shoulder. People invite me places, and I'm like,
Nah.
I mean, I'm down to come through. I just have kids with
Yeah.
me, and they're,
Just come with a little kid on your shoulder.
you know what I
like,
mean.
Let me grab a beer
So,
real quick.
but that's generally the situation. So the only real time that we have together
A little overlap.
is once the kids go to sleep, we have TV shows we watch together, and then I go to bed. She's usually the one that's like up. Either my daughter is like still up until like 1 a.m. Yo, she's a
girl.
year and a half, bro. Like you can't.
Yeah.
Oh, I was thinking the other daughter. I was like,
No,
you let
no,
her
no,
stay
no.
up that late. Like, girl,
Nah,
it's time to
her
go to
ass. She's
bed.
staying in her. She will stay in her bed. You don't want to go to sleep. That's fine, but you have to lay there
Yeah.
until you go to bed.
Stare at the fucking ceiling until 6 in the morning
She
if you
does.
want. I don't care.
She does, but and she will do it. Funny story is that shit happened this past like the last weekend that I had her, where she's just staring up, and I'm like, "Yo, go to bed, go to
She's
bed."
fighting it. She's like, nah.
No, and then I think I'm going downstairs, and she's like, and I put a bunch of tattoos because they want to be like dad, and they have tattoos on and shit.
It's fair.
So they'll put tattoos, and she's like, "Dad, look, my tattoo's gone. Go to sleep." It's like
Cut the shit.
It's like 12. Talking about tattoos anyway. But that's our situation.
Word.
Yeah, that's why my weekends are just like all tied up.
And then you got to spend some of that time
But that's
actually
why you
watching
got
shows with the
The
lady.
world's best dad award right here.
yeah, and even that is questionable. I'm not really sure I'm the
Just
world's
like just
best
Saturdays
dad,
and
but-
Sundays.
Yeah, but as long as my kids love me, I guess. You know what I mean? It's
For
like-
now. Enjoy
For
it.
now, yeah,
Enjoy
for
it.
now until they grow up and they'll really fucking love me. But now, man, a little bit. We don't really have anything like that's releasing that I know of. This was a little bit older, but I guess the Jackass director has a 3-year restraining order against Bam Margera.
What?
Really?
Yeah, and he was pissed because he was not invited to be on the
Bam
latest
wasn't?
one. Yeah,
That's crazy though.
Well, no,
Why
they-
was
Not on the
something that had
latest
to
one.
go down?
'Cause
They
he's-
cut him out of it. So I
Oh,
think he
okay,
did
so he
film,
did a couple
he did
things?
film some of it. They cut him out of it because he's using. And
yeah.
He's just
oh, he's,
he's
yeah,
an
he's
addict.
He's
fucked up,
back.
and they're
and
not trying to.
and he's just not being professional
Right.
from what
Mm.
I've heard of it.
okay. Yeah,
believe
no, from the little things that I've read, it was exactly that. Like they set up these these appointments with like therapists and stuff, and they put him in a good situation to get himself clean. And we know that like with Steve-O and stuff, who was
it's like what they
fucking
tried to do
wild.
with Steve-O. Like
But
Yeah.
it didn't work.
no, well,
No,
it
Steve-O
did.
has
Well,
been-
it did.
No,
but,
for Steve-O. Steve-O's been good, but I'm saying it didn't work for Bam.
Yeah,
oh
yeah,
no, yeah.
Now Steve-O's been good, man. I've been impressed. I mean, I don't know that I know exactly what he's doing, but it seems like he's
his
got
show's
his shit
really
together.
good. I don't
Yeah.
know if you've seen it.
I don't like his voice. I can't listen to his voice.
You know,
it
he's-
really,
he's-
it
he's-
really is hard.
He
to
actually
listen to.
talks about that. He's
Yeah,
really
and I've heard
self-conscious
him
about
talk,
it.
and I
Yeah.
feel like a dick about it. But like
Yeah.
I've heard him on other podcasts, and I'm like, I can't listen to this fucking episode. Like
he's actually
it's that bad for me.
He's trying to like make it better.
Yeah, see, I
'Cause
feel
he's,
bad.
you know, he really talks like this.
Yeah,
you know.
dude, it's bad.
He's got that really low raspy voice
Yeah,
now.
dude. And he
Yeah.
didn't used to. I don't remember him sounding like that. So like there was. I remember it was a medical condition. There was something right that.
Yeah, he says there's a few things.
Yeah.
He's got like they call it like Barrett's esophagus. Like he's got an esophageal issue. That's part of it, and then just all the drugs
Just
and
partying and shit.
You
yeah.
know, he used to just. His big thing was he would microwave liquid ketamine until it
Oh my
until it
God.
dried. Until it dried out, and then he would cut it up and snort it.
Oof.
Wow.
So that was one of the big things he did, because he's got like all these like
It's
past
gotta get in
videos
there.
of everything he's been doing, like from when he was a drug addict, and
Mhm.
like when he's doing the whippets with the CO2 cartridges, like
Yeah.
it's just him alone in the room, and like how he's talking to himself. It's wild. Like it's kind of scary and tough to
Yeah,
watch.
It is.
But yeah, to
I've
see
seen
like
those.
how he's like gotten out of that and is like enjoying his life now is really like I don't know. It's really inspiring to
Yeah.
watch. I
It's-
really like his
it's
show.
refreshing.
It's really good.
For sure. Even if I wish he just sounded different and I could listen to him because I feel bad.
Is that from all of that shit is where is
Yeah, it's the esophagus issue, and I think just
fuck.
Exasperated by
years and
abuse.
years of
Yeah.
drug use.
Damn. But he's clean. Yeah, I've seen his stuff recently. I know he has like a podcast that's real fucking popular where he
Yeah.
like interview like
He does it from his
he's
van.
like tour. Yeah.
Yeah.
He tours from an RV or
Yeah,
some
I've seen
shit.
videos
Yeah.
of him. Now that you say that,
Him
that
and his
makes
dog,
sense.
yeah.
That's crazy. It's good though. Happy for him. Bam.
Bam,
He wants to keep.
unfortunately.
Yeah.
Maybe one day.
Yeah, maybe one day. He was saying that he's like he released this whole shit about how he feels like his family is fucking him and they're doing everything horrible. They strung him along like a fucking puppet just to get the $5 million that he usually gets from making these movies. And he, you know, now they have a restraining order against him. The director does.
Damn.
To get him the fuck away, but
I'll show up somewhere. I'll fuck
I don't
up
think
and
I
try
want to
and
give
fight somebody.
I don't want to give somebody $5 million fucking dollars who's just abusing drugs.
Yeah,
Yeah.
dangerous.
Yeah, real fucking dangerous.
Word.
Especially nowadays, man. I didn't really experiment with drugs at all, but nowadays is real fucking scary, in my opinion, to even try to
Catch
do
that
some shit with
fentanyl,
Fentanyl
you're
and
done,
everything,
bro.
yeah.
Yeah. I've even heard of that shit being in weed.
I've heard of it. I haven't seen it.
Where
I
can you
haven't
cop
seen
that
it. I
at?
haven't seen it, but I've heard
I've heard it from
of shit.
cops only,
Well, yeah, I guess. That's true.
which
Of
makes
course.
me doubt the
Yeah.
source. But
They got
Yeah,
these new
I feel you on
heroin
that.
suckers that I feel like little kids have been eating. All these fucking cops, they have all these crazy drugs they've been finding.
but what's up with this dude's parents? Are they still around? Or
Yeah.
they died?
Yeah, I think his
Yeah,
his
his
uncle
uncle
died.
Don
Oh,
Vito.
Don Vito,
Don
yeah.
Vito, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
He's
I'm
kind
pretty
of
sure
starting to
his
look
dad's
like
still
Don Vito,
around?
though.
He is a little
Like,
bit.
why the
Yeah.
fuck they not helping out?
I
Maybe
mean,
they tried. Maybe he's not having it.
Maybe.
you can
get a
only
junkie like that. You never know.
especially when you are the man in the family, like
Yeah.
you know what I mean, like
The breadwinner.
none of them did anything near what he did to contribute to that family. Like he had them living in like mansions and shit when the MTV days and all this
Yeah.
shit.
Life was good.
So life was good, and when you're at that position, like nobody could fucking tell you anything. And I don't know, I haven't really seen where he's like living and how he's living now.
Yeah.
But I'm sure it's not great. But even at that point, like once you're strung out, nobody can tell you shit. No matter how much they fucking try to help.
Yeah.
So
and
sad.
have all that money.
yeah, that shit would just
Mm-hmm.
you would just devote your life to the next high. It's crazy.
That's what I
Fun.
do. Just joints though, nothing.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Well, there's a difference there. Yeah, there's a lot of people that join you on that.
You're experiencing high tide.
Oh,
High tide.
he had to sneak one of those.
Oh
man.
man. Yo, there's a dude on TikTok that I don't know why I love his fucking videos, but he talks just like that, where it's just that gnarly.
That's not the dude that does the pizza reviews, is it?
No, maybe he does. I don't know.
There's
I
a
don't
dude
really
like
follow
that
him
that
too
does the
much.
pizza
El
reviews.
Presidente?
No. I love El Prez. That dude's funny as a
El
bitch.
Prez is the shit. That's my guy. No, he does like he just comments on you know how on TikTok you do the what's that shit called when it's
I don't
like
have
side
TikTok
by
on,
side.
so you're looking at the wrong dude.
Oh, when it's side by side, like you just like comment on a video and you make your own video in regards to
Like a
that.
video
But
comment?
but he does it. He's like obviously this dude from California, and he's so fucking high.
It's like
think I
Spicoli.
feel like I kind of know what you're talking about.
Yeah, and he's just like you see him somebody who's organizing their shit. He's just like, oh, the little fruity snacks.
Oh, where they're just they're like
I love that
narrating
guy.
it.
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
when
he's
I see a lot
narrating
of dudes like when they're watching food get cooked and they're like just reacting to it.
Yeah.
and
Yeah,
saying
yeah,
funny
where
shit.
it's side by
Okay.
side. Yeah,
just a
shit like that.
reaction, just a
But that's what he
reaction.
does because he's obviously like a surfer dude. He's fucking high as shit.
Oh.
And and he has that same. I love that guy. That was a little side
Do you know
tangent.
like the famous surfer video, like the interview, where they were interviewing the dude? Just some crazy surfer, like burnout dude, and they're asking him to explain something, and he's like, not even making sense. He's just making. He's like, whoosh. He's like, and then the wave came in. And it was like, do you know that video, dude? Oh,
I want to say I've
find
seen it, but
bro.
not enough to help you quote this right here.
Oh, he's just all this like Cali slang, and he's so burnt, dude. It's the funniest video. I'll send it to you guys.
I love
later,
those
'cause it's
fucking
so
guys
funny.
like that, yo. That shit sounds so fucking
I'm
hilarious.
sure I've seen it.
Oh, 100%. This is like from like E-Bomb's world, dude. Like
Oh
back
my
in
God.
the day, dude. Like
Yeah.
this is old.
Before E-Bomb's World became clickbait bullshit.
Right.
E-Bomb's World.
Wasn't he from Rochester?
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
thought that was the claim to fame.
It was. He probably sold that shit for a lot of money and just moved on with his fucking life.
Good for him.
Yo, do you
It was like
remember?
him and his dad or some shit.
It's
Do you?
dope.
Yeah. Yep. Do you remember the guy who when the first iPhone came out, that was from?
Yeah.
He was like going to college here, and he jailbroke
Oh,
the
the
iPhone.
first
Yeah.
jailbreaker.
Yeah,
he went to
Geohots.
RIT.
Geohots.
Yeah.
Was that? Yeah.
That was
And
Geohots.
he went to school
RIT.
here, right?
Yeah.
I remember because the Geohots was like the jailbreak that came out for a good while
Yeah,
too.
I jailbroke the fuck out of my phone.
Oh, yeah, hell yeah,
That was
every
so
fucking
dope.
time.
You just plug your shit in and let it fucking do all the bullshit
Every
for
fucking
you.
time I came into the Apple store, I would just be like, I would just fucking erase it.
Restore it. Yeah.
You know what's interesting is the story about that with the original iPhone was it wasn't just to jailbreak it, but it was to carrier unlock
Yeah, it was the carrier.
Yeah, that was the big
and,
thing.
And to do the carrier unlock, it wasn't just plugging it in and jailbreaking it.
Right. You had to do
take
some
you had to
shit.
take the phone apart. You had to like go through
Solder
the
it.
startup process, and there was like two pads that you had to jump
Yeah.
while it was going through the
That's
the
what it
boot up
was.
process because it would bypass the SIM restriction.
Oh,
So that's
okay.
how you would do it.
And that's what Geohots did? He's like,
yeah,
that was
yeah. That's what that was. And then
Didn't he crack Sony? He did something with Sony.
They gave him
Yeah,
I don't know.
PlayStation. He
Yeah,
He
he
had
does,
PlayStation
yeah.
Network or some shit.
He
Like there was
opened
a
up-
big.
No, he opened up the PlayStation so that you could install Windows XP or some shit on it.
Ooh.
And-
Sony don't like that.
And yeah, it was because it's like a Linux based system, right? So he figured out how to
who would want to
jailbreak
do
the
that?
shit.
Right? Who would put
Who would
Windows
wanna
on
do that?
anything?
Yeah.
No one. Hobbyists, right?
Yeah.
But Sony fucking sued the shit out of him over it.
Did anything ever happen? I don't remember. Did it get dropped? Or does he like go work for Sony
I
and
think
do some
he ended
bullshit
up
or
having
something?
to pay money.
Yeah?
I remember when he did that whole jailbreak thing. They gave him like, I don't know if he sold it or I know somehow he got like multiple iPhones out of it.
Yeah,
and like a
so-
350Z.
He sold it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was just a guy who offered him 3 new iPhones and the car.
And
Oh,
the
yeah,
he traded
350Z.
him.
Because
Traded him.
because of the way that you're saying, like
Yeah.
you had to physically do
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
So someone was like, "I'll give you 3 new iPhones for that iPhone
Yeah.
that I
And-
could
and the
use
car.
a T-Mobile
And a
card.
car.
and,
Yeah.
and a car,
yeah.
yeah.
It was for
just to put it on
T-Mobile, I
T-Mobile.
think. Yeah.
Like, fuck, is it that
All
serious?
for T-Mobile.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jesus.
And
I
that
remember-
first gen
Probably
iPhone.
fucking Leger, John Leger, the fucking T-Mobile guy.
I remember
Crazy
I was in line for that first iPhone. I had the first one for a while there,
Damn.
and
Yeah, Walkman on it since the get.
yeah, since day one,
Shit was
and
expensive, and you can only drop that. You bought
Yeah,
that
I
full
remember.
price.
I
Dog.
remember.
That was like
it
$1,000.
was the base one. No, it was the base one. It was like $600 and some odd
I
dollars,
was like,
whatever.
I was like
Sold.
16 when that phone
Four,
came out. or
4
something.
gig, 4 gigs of storage on that bitch.
I
What was it?
remember
Yeah.
I was living.
Yeah,
I
it
was
4.
4 or
No,
8.
it was
There
4.
There was
Four.
2.
It was 4, yeah.
or 8.
Yeah,
so
you
if
got
you
the
got
4,
the
though.
base,
You
you
got
got
the
the
4.
4.
definitely got the
Sold
That
a
is
lot of-
more than enough at that
sold
time.
a lot of
Like, Wack
DVDs.
was like, what am I going to... There was no... I
I'll
don't think
never
there was
fill up
video
full.
watching
No
it.
app store.
No,
Yeah, there
There
was
was no
app
app
store.
store. You could only sync music to it. Maybe video. Maybe movies
Maybe
because
videos.
they did because you could do movies on the old iPods, on the
So-
old click wheel iPods. iTunes
Yeah,
You're
sold
right, yeah.
movies.
So, yeah.
Yep.
If you had
So-
the right like format for your
Yeah.
movie,
I
etc.
remember back in those days, I used to do the pocket PCs because I figured out how to.
Sorry, did you say pocket
Pocket
pussies?
Yeah,
Pussies?
pocket PCs.
Pocket
Pocket pussies. Pocket pussies.
Pocket PCs.
No, I did the pocket PCs because and the MDAs because I figured out how.
PDA.
Huh?
MDA.
There was
That's
an
the drug.
MDA. There was
MDMA?
like
You were doing MDMA.
there were certain phones I remember that would allow you because they were on the Windows like some sort of Windows based
Yeah.
operating system.
Okay.
And I
Windows
figured
CE.
out how to I was into movie.
You were like Puerto Rican Geo Hots. You was nice.
Like with movies and shit, I would do all of that. So
Geo Hot.
So I would figure out ways to, shrink it down, whatever, and I would do all that shit. And I would have I remember having a pocket PC. I remember having one that had the full Tomb Raider game, the first one.
That was dope.
Which
Edios.
played like shit.
Sorry.
It played like shit. And then I went to and then I became like what was that shit on T-Mobile? The Sidekick.
Sidekick.
Yeah.
I started doing the Sidekick because that was cool,
That was
and
dope.
texting
That was
became,
dope.
and then from there, but the one thing I hated about Sidekick is that you were very limited on what you could do. You couldn't play videos and shit like that. So when he put me onto the iPhone, he's like, yo, Apple's coming on.
It's got an internet
coming
browser.
out with blah,
It's
blah, blah.
fucking wild.
I was like, oh shit. So I remember I had I had a job. I was living at my mom's house. I had no bills.
Right.
So
What do you give a fuck?
I fucking took a couple paychecks. I waited and I waited in that fucking. I remember I was at work and I was like, yo, this phone is coming out at 6 in the afternoon. I gotta go. And my boss was like, yeah, go for it. Go ahead.
Chill ass
So
guy.
I was working for
that's
Allstate.
Right. It did come out in the
Yeah,
afternoon.
it was
Not in the morning. It wasn't like when the store opened.
It was in the evening.
Was it even
release.
a thing? Was there a lot of people there? Did they hype it? Because
There was.
It wasn't
back
as
in
big as for the 3G.
Right.
No, nothing like that. But that started there was a line.
Because when the 3G dropped, it was only $200. That was the big thing.
That was the
It dropped
subsidized at that point,
man,
right?
it was
Yeah.
subsidized,
That
so-
was the first one.
That was the first one I got too because I
was a
couldn't.
senior in high school.
I was going to
It
Rockport.
took me like a
I
month
was
to
in-
get it. Yeah.
I was in college.
Well, that was the dope thing too. Is I had after that job I left and I worked for Sutherland for AT&T.
Doing,
For
like,
AT&T
iPhone
customer
support.
Well, I was
you were the only
customer
dude that
support.
probably had an iPhone.
I was the
Yeah,
only
right.
person who owned an iPhone there. So every question they had for iPhones, they would just reroute to me.
the original genius.
Yo, so
Word.
At
yo,
Sutherland, you probably really were a genius.
I probably was. And then I remember Jailbreak when I found out the Jailbreak. What brought me to that?
Right.
Yo, for real though, because and then I would pay people would pay me to fill their
To
shit up.
jailbreak their
It was
phone,
great.
yeah.
It was good times.
You did pay him to jailbreak it, and then he would do the video ringtones.
And then
I
sell them a couple
had
DVDs.
video ringtones.
videos,
Video
movies.
ringtones where
You
I would
fill up your whole library of music.
Yo, where literally my phone would ring with a song, like a ringtone, but the full video would play.
I still don't have that.
They
I
still
know
don't
why.
have
I've never seen that. I've never seen that.
Now
Yeah.
I just don't fucking
You
like
would see
ringtones.
a
period.
clip of the booty
Yeah,
shaking
the section
girls or whatever
of
you
the
wanted.
section, whatever you
just
wanted.
picked it. Yeah, it was dope.
Do it to my shit.
I don't give a shit about it. I'm sure you probably could, and I'm sure there's still probably a jailbreak out there.
You just
There's no
don't
need
care.
for that
No,
shit.
there's
I
not
don't. There's no
anymore.
need for that shit. But I had the App Store, and I had whatever. What was it? Cydia.
Cydia, yeah.
Cydia. I had all that
I
shit,
remember
and
an
it was great.
installer. That was the
Yeah.
first
Yeah,
thing that came
yeah.
out.
That shit made me
Good
nervous.
times.
I thought I was gonna brick my phone.
Oh,
at
dude,
any
all the
second,
time.
bro.
I had-
And it was the only iPhone I had. There wasn't another one, bro.
No, dude,
that
I
shit was
remember.
fucked.
I remember at times I would have to restore my phone.
Yeah,
because
had
I would be
bricked my
like,
phone.
oh, this. I was like, this app seems so cool, but I don't know. All right, cool. I would install it, and then it would come to the lock screen, and then these vines would just cover the
yes,
fucking.
I
I was
remember
like,
the
man,
vines."
fuck, man. All
Yeah.
right, I gotta restore this
Yeah,
and
I've seen
blah blah
things
blah.
like that, yeah.
Good shit.
Yeah.
Those were the good days. But yeah, I used to fucking jailbreak the shit. It's hard.
yeah.
I loved it, and then I was like, "Oh fuck, I gotta go to the Apple Store to do something and restore it," because they would always say,
Yeah. I remember being
no, it's
scared.
illegal.
I was gonna I took my phone there and it was jailbroken, and I thought I was gonna go to jail. So
Nah,
they
they
were gonna
fucking-
fucking.
I
And then
thought
was
at
like, yeah, I don't give a
first, I
fuck
think
if
at
your phone's
first it was
jailbroken.
like
I
that. and then
remember
it
the
was just
first
like,
day that I worked there, when I first started working there, and it was the first lunch I went on with A-Train. I don't know if y'all worked with him. He's a crazy
didn't.
dude. And,
Yes.
and I was like, yo, do you think it's a problem if I may happen to have my phone jailbroken And he was like, dude, you need to erase your phone right now. And I was like, word? Okay. Shit.
Damn.
I had to go home and restore my shit back to factory. I don't think I've ever jailbroken again since.
Really?
Yeah. It was like 2013.
Yeah, no.
I was already kind of over it anyways by that point, so I didn't feel that bad.
Yeah, it got to
because
a point where it's just
already
like,
starting to get into
Shit was,
like,
yeah. They had the
what am I
flashlight
doing this
app.
for? Themes, like that's it. Like there was very few tweaks.
a lot of
that
the biggest money that was made from that was trying to unlock it, and then once they blocked that shit, it's like, what's the point?
Once they opened it up to any fucking carrier,
Yeah.
Yeah, well,
Yeah,
there
like,
was
what was the
ways when if you jailbroke your phone, you could just download any app.
Mm-hmm.
So even like a paid app, like there's just ways.
Yeah,
to
I
do it.
remember that too.
So that was
Yeah.
that was
they still have shit
I
like
remember
that
that.
now. Those fucking
Oh, I remember that
I
too.
feel like
these knockoff
like
stores.
I was in on all that shit.
I feel like now anyone who wants to jailbreak their phone just gets an Android phone.
Yeah, pretty much.
yeah.
And like I have an Android phone for work, and I installed like the iOS like overlay on it, and it's like surprisingly accurate.
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
It looks just like it and functions just like it. It's really weird.
That's
like so
confusing.
weird.
That's
I
crazy,
had
yeah.
to turn it off.
Yeah. You're like, well,
I
this
didn't
feels
like it.
weird.
Yeah,
it feels
it did.
weird.
It's confusing.
It did
Yeah.
feel really weird.
Oh man. All right, so there's only one other thing that I wanted to bring up, and
What do we
that's nothing too crazy, and it's not even anything obviously written in stone, but I wanted to see how you would even feel if this were to happen. But so what, how would you feel of, because the Suicide Squad producer, I guess, he was asked if there were any kind of way that Marvel and DC would ever come together, and he gave this stupid answer like, yeah, I mean, Kevin never came up to me, but we won't rule it out, which is, it's like, and of course you're not going to fucking rule it out, because DC
Right.
movies,
Suck.
you know, they suck for the most part. And then, so how would you, like, do you think it would be dope if DC and Marvel actually came together?
I think it would blow everyone's fucking mind. Whether it would be good or not is another story. But to hear that, to know that something was coming out where it was like Suicide Squad and Guardians of the Galaxy or something like that, dude, like,
Listen, man,
yeah, I'm gonna fuck with that.
I'm gonna say no, and here's why. They do that shit in the comics all the time. They did. I mean, I remember a couple years ago they did a crossover between Power Rangers and the Justice League,
I think I remember that.
and I was like, "Wow, this is really cool." And I read it, and I was like, "This is kind of shitty."
Yeah.
They did it in the '90s where they like literally mixed up like actual heroes. Like they did Batman and Wolverine. His name was like Dark Claw or something. Like they literally just combined the
Jesus.
two into one, and like that was like the
Dark
biggest thing
Claw.
ever. But I think it's like there'd be too much going on
Yeah.
if you
There
did the
would be,
crossover.
yeah.
There's just too much going on.
Yeah.
I think like you could do like
Maybe in 20 years.
I don't know. I think crossovers are cool and they can happen, but like I don't think something as big as DC and Marvel. Like the
Right.
Ninja Turtles and the Power Rangers crossed over. That was dope.
Ooh.
That would be
Mm.
dope.
No, they did it. They did it in the TV show back in the day.
I saw the screenshots of that.
I'm
I've
not
seen,
even kidding.
I've seen pictures
It
of
was
that
a
where they were
TV
like
show.
shaking hands.
Power Rangers
the-
in
in
space
the-
with the Ninja Turtles.
I've
Live
seen-
action
I've
TV
seen-
show.
I've seen the screenshots
No.
of that.
I
I
kid
just
you-
thought it was
I kid
fake.
you not. In
I
space.
need to see this.
On the moon. On the moon.
On the
Basically
moon.
what it the story
Live action Ninja Turtles.
live action.
With the
Yo,
live action
pull-
Power
pull-
Rangers.
just
He's
pull
gonna-
up.
he's gonna pull
You
it
can
up
pull
right
up
now.
just even like an
Just
image of
Ninja
it.
Turtle Power Rangers.
Yes, they did it in an episode because there was a new live action Ninja Turtle show coming out on Fox. This was
Did
back.
that ever release?
It did. Yeah, it had
There
a
was a
couple
live
seasons.
action Ninja Turtle show?
Yes, man. Yes, it was. It was
Whoa.
terrible.
What is
It was horrible.
He said it was horrible.
So like,
my
but,
God.
But what I'm saying is like this crossover was awesome.
was on. I
Dude,
would
why
watch
did-
a
why-
legit movie crossover
Yeah.
like
oh my
now.
God.
Yeah, that happened.
I would totally watch a movie crossover now.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, I think with smaller things, like I don't think you could do it with something
Two
as big
huge
as
properties
Marvel
like
and
that.
DC.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, or like DC right now in the comics, they did Watchmen crossed over. It was a little while back, a few years ago. Watchmen crossed over into the DC universe, and it worked really well.
I could see that.
the way
though.
they did that.
Yeah, I could see that.
Yeah.
I could see
I
that
could see that.
working.
But Power Rangers, Ninja Turtles, that's wild.
That's wild, but I want to
wild,
see it.
wild stuff.
I want to see it for real.
Let's get
I
it
mean,
on
not this
the.
bullshit.
Let's
I
get
don't
it on
wanna
the
see
Plex.
this.
Let's get it
Yeah.
on the Plex.
Yeah, put
No,
that
I
shit
don't
on
want
the
to see that
blank.
shit. Fuck that. But I do want to see.
I want to see that shit,
DC
fuck that.
Marvel.
No,
No, fuck the
yeah,
DC.
no, it's-
Yeah, I wouldn't. I don't think that would be.
I don't think Marvel would want to lower their
No,
standards
yeah,
for
that's
that
the
bullshit,
thing,
dude.
right? Like, why should
taint
Marvel
their shit?
allow DC to have any of their cinematic
No, they
gold?
shouldn't.
Not it shouldn't be
In
like
the comics, sure, but
Don't do
in
it
the
as canon.
cinema,
don't do
nah.
it as canon. Do it as a one-off.
Like a
do it as
Snyderverse.
like a
I think
one-off
they're over
cartoon
that.
show.
They're off
Something
that.
like that.
If it was still back in the day when Fox owned some of Marvel properties and they went off and they could do some little mini bullshit crossover with DC and people would be like, it's another bullshit fucking Fox Marvel movie.
I don't know if you guys
But
remember.
now with Disney owning that shit on the cinema side, I don't think they'll ever do a movie.
I don't think
crossover.
so.
I don't know.
And,
If,
and that's why
never
they're
say
asking
never,
the person
sure,
from
but fuck
DC
it.
about it.
Right,
They're
exactly.
not asking Marvel if that's gonna happen.
if you guys remember a few years ago, this was before the Sony leak. There was they were going to do a Men in Black in 21 Jump Street crossover.
Oh, I heard about
remember
that.
that.
Yeah.
I wish that would have happened because that would have been amazing.
That
Like things like that.
I really
Yeah.
want to know
That's what we need.
that story
Yeah.
was going to be.
That's what we need.
They're still very much pushing for the Fast and Furious Jurassic Park crossover.
Yo, I heard there might be a.
Yeah, what?
I heard there might be a Fast and Furious Lego
Oh,
type movie. You know how they
okay.
did like
Oh,
Lego
that could work.
Batman?
That I
Like
could
a
see.
A
That I
Fast
could
and
see.
Furious
That'd be
Lego type
dope.
movie.
Ninjago.
I think that'd be cool.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, those
I
are
could see
dope. I
that.
like
Ninjago
Lego.
was
The-
shit, but
the
that
Lego
would be
movies
dope.
are dope.
I could
though.
see a
Yeah.
F Lego.
Yeah.
I mean, as long as it's family, it doesn't matter
Exactly.
Yeah, there you
Yeah,
go.
that's the
There
episode
you
theme. Family.
what. No, we need to let that shit die already. I'm getting real. I'm
We can't-
getting tired
no,
of it.
You're
I'm
not.
getting tired
You're
of it.
not. But you keep sending them.
the reason that came about was because Lego has the rights to do Fast and Furious.
Oh, okay.
Because they actually have a model of
Yeah.
Dom's car
Oh,
that you can buy
okay.
right
Yeah.
now. Yeah. I'm just waiting for that Dom Toretto minifigure. You know, I'm gonna get that.
And little Nos cans.
Oh yeah.
So you own the car?
I don't.
Oh,
I don't
okay,
have
okay,
that.
okay, okay.
I like. I mean, I have a lot of Lego, but
I know what to
I
get
don't have
Brian
that.
for his birthday.
you know what I want.
I still want a DeLorean.
Like a real DeLorean?
I mean, that would be very
No,
nice.
that would be terrible.
Yeah, you don't want
Those
that.
That
DeLoreans
would
are
actually be
trash.
dope. Imagine
Yeah,
trying
I
to
would-
open
I
your
would-
car door
If
in the
I
parking
had,
lot.
Right.
if I had,
Like,
if
bitch,
I,
that ain't a Tesla.
bro, if I had the money just to spend on something like that,
You
I
pimp
would.
out a DeLorean?
I would totally have a DeLorean look that looks exactly
Like a
like the
Fast
Back
and
to the
Back to the
no,
Future, I mean.
like the
Sure.
Back to the Future shit.
Sure.
Yeah,
Would you whip it everywhere, though?
yeah, absolutely.
That's an idea
Yeah,
right
there goes
there.
Watt.
Absolutely. Nobody, like, no one would look at that and like make fun of me. Everybody would just be like, "Yo, this dude has a fucking DeLorean." Like,
I don't know.
Fast
It
and
would be dope.
Fast and the Furious times Back to the Future. That'd
You
be,
get the
Ooh.
out
That'd
of
be a
time
mashup.
license plate too.
yeah.
yeah, I would. It would just be my little showpiece. It would just be, and every now and then, I would drive it. I thought didn't T-Pain have one? There was some celebrity who had one.
I'm sure.
One that looked exactly like the Back to the
Replica?
Future
Yeah.
joint. It was like Kanye or T-Pain. Somebody had that shit. I would do it. I don't give a fuck.
I'd want a bullet Mustang. I always wanted a bullet Mustang. Like
That'd be
fucking
dope.
Steve McQueen style.
I've never seen that movie.
It's dope.
That's what I hear. It's a classic.
Yeah, it is.
Like
It's a good
light.
time.
Talking about Lightning McQueen.
Lightning McQueen
Cars?
I'll fuck with a Lightning McQueen
I love
too.
that car.
Fuck yeah, please.
Oh, my kids will
Close.
fucking love that shit.
I would like
It
to.
needs to be alive though. If it's just a
Yeah.
car.
Yeah, no,
fucking-
that's-
I'd like to get inside
It's
of
gotta be
Lightning
alive.
McQueen.
Ooh.
Nice. Okay.
Wow.
Wow. How do you enter? Through the rear?
I assume there's got to be someplace.
Some
I would hope the door, but I don't know what's inside.
it's too easy.
Would that kill him if I were to do that?
Probably.
It wouldn't feel great.
Yeah, I want to know about the biology of these cars.
No, you
cars.
don't.
Ooh.
It'd be
I
terrifying.
think
You
you
know
might
that.
be
That'd
grossed
probably
out.
be bad.
Oh,
Yeah.
Real
man.
bad.
That'd be great.
Actually,
Somebody asked me
yeah.
that. Like, I forgot. We got into this conversation. Is like, so if cars, like the cars are actually alive, like, why isn't the world just pavement? Like, what is the point of having grass?
So there's actually a theory around this. Have you ever like heard of the Pixar theory?
No.
Yeah.
So there's like this
I
Pixar
have,
theory
but I
that
feel like it's falling apart with the later movies.
I haven't seen a lot of the later stuff, but with a lot of the original movies, like there's a theory that they're all connected and how like humans existed and they essentially all died off, and like the cars are what was like it's like the car human hybrid.
Yeah.
Okay.
Essentially is like what is left.
Yeah.
Which is fucked if you ask me, but
It's pretty fucked.
because how do you get that?
Yeah, how did that?
You know how.
I mean, I know how.
Family, that's how.
Yeah,
You know, Dom's down to experiment.
he is.
Word.
He is.
Oh man, somebody entered the rear. All right, so
Fuck the tailpipe.
yeah, I think on that note, we're
That's it. The 2-hour mark.
unless you guys have something stellar to add to this.
Fuck IGN.
I mean, yeah,
That's it.
that's
can
the
end on that.
overall
Yeah.
message today. All right, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in to this episode of Insensitive Culture. Remember, if you enjoyed our content, please have your friends, family, rate, review, subscribe on Apple Podcasts. Listen to us wherever the hell you feel like.
Anywhere.
And subscribe on YouTube. So if you're watching this,
Thumbs
you've already
up,
done it. Have your
thumbs up, like
people
button.
tune in as
Call
well.
our people.
If you enjoy
Locks our
content that's similar to ours in a way, you would please search for DFAT Entertainment, because
do
it's
that.
slightly
Do
they know their shit a lot more than
Oh,
we
yeah.
do.
Oh, yeah. We don't know
so
shit.
If you
If you want to laugh at shit, listen to us.
If you want to learn
If you want
shit,
to learn shit, listen to them guys.
search DFAT on any of the platforms, YouTube, whatever,
DFAT.
and then check out their content. So other than that, guys, we love you. Thank you for tuning in. Peace.
Peace.